What up, guys? This is Casey is Raw, and this is the makeup show for Friday is Raw. Today is Saturday is Raw. AJ will be joining us very soon. I'm flying solo right now, so let's say hi to the people we got in the chat. We got Mikhail, we got EJ, we got Talvish, and I see Big T. And it's the Costanza. So what up, guys? How you guys doing? Um, Sorry about yesterday. I was having a lot of coughing fits. I'm still recovering from having bronchitis. So it's just I have a lingering cough, and it sucks. But every once in a while, if you guys watched last Sunday's with Less Than Serious, I was having a lot of coughing fits, and uh sucked because I had to keep muting myself. But I'm a lot better, and I was in this whole week I was exhausted from work, and dude, I come home and I pass right out. So um oh yeah, Emily's bringing up the Discord server if you guys want to join. I'll hit that right there. So, like I said, right now AJ is watching hockey, so he'll be here soon. So let me bring this up as well. So hopefully you guys are doing good this Saturday. I do have a little news. I told AJ and text this. Um, I'm thinking of capping the shows, both Wednesday and Friday shows, down to 2 hours. And I'll allow it go into overtime, but if we reach 2 hours and, like, I'm ready to go to bed, like, dude, I'm exhausted. I hadn't been even doing the content I want to be doing because, I'm still recovering from bronchitis and being tired from work. And also, I've been playing Tears of the Kingdom like crazy. I already have 45 hours into Tears of the Kingdom. And I asked Drew how long he's been playing Tears of the Kingdom, and he thinks about 60 hours. So, yeah. But it doesn't shock me. I think I remember one time having like over 300 hours in Breath of the Wild. I think it was 300 hours. I'll have to go into and check my Switch time counter. I know Fortnite on the Switch over 1,000 hours, but I'm not as addicted to Fortnite as I was. I didn't even play the new season just came out a day or two ago. See, even Big T says he can't stop playing it. Like when I was sick, like from bronchitis for a week, I was on the couch in bed or playing Zelda. And I barely even got to went out this past couple weeks because being sick. But I did go out today. Finally, I got some footage going out. So that'll be coming out eventually. I will be putting out my second review of the second episode of season 4 of Dark Side of the Ring with Magnum TA. Um, I highly suggest go watch it. So, um, yeah, so I can't wait for AJ to show up. That lazy bastard. Nah, I kid. Dude, we got Flame Legend just came in. Even Big T, yeah, Big T says it was a great episode. So, yeah, I agree. So, I do have one thing I want to talk about. I was going to wait for AJ for this one, but I watched the beginning of SmackDown with the Bloodline. The Bloodline story is obviously still red hot right now, but I've like I said, I only watched that part. The only reason I know about, let me bring this up. I gotta, I gotta talk about this right here. I got a problem with this thing right here. This new women's belt. I see if they're gonna bring this belt here. Oh, we got what's up, Talvish and Flame Legend. What's up? Oh, I'm already saying Flame Legend, but you got the women's new world belt, and they call it the WWE Women's Championship, right? Well, on the belt it says something completely freaking different. This one says Women's Undisputed Championship, right? Oh gosh, Mr. Pico, you sick bastard. It's, it's funny. I could read what Pico says on StreamYard, but it's not showing up on YouTube. So Google's Mr. Pico, Google censored you right there. No one in here censored you. But I got a problem with this because I don't care if they want to unify the belt and have the women's undisputed championship. The problem is we let me bring up why it's a problem. Because we still got this belt. We got the SmackDown's Women's Championship on Raw. But they have the new Women's Undisputed Championship on SmackDown. This absolutely makes no fucking sense. This gotta be a Vince McMahon deal. Having this fucking belt right here when the SmackDown belt is on Raw. Hey, what's up, Butterfly? This draft has honestly been a joke. Oh, dude, I totally agree. I totally agree. And the bigger joke is that these new titles. I mean, I don't care if they want to unify the belt and have this belt. Fine, whatever. But you can't call it the undisputed belt when there's another belt out there. Like they just created the World Heavyweight Championship, but Roman Reigns going around with a belt that says the WWE Undisputed Champion. Makes no sense, and this makes even worse sense with the Women's Undisputed Championship. Oh, Talvish. Vegas Golden Knights won, huh? So I'm hoping AJ will be here later on so we can talk about this. I just had to talk about it because, I mean, this is just stupid as fuck. I have to give it to Wrestling Talk. They were going about their weekly news show, and they came to talk about this belt, and they said this belt is ass. And they kind of stole that from the Angry Video Game Nerd when the Angry Video Game Nerd just yelled at ass with the. And he said ass. And then GameSack started doing that bit years later. And I'm not saying it's a bad idea. It's funny as fuck. And now there's wrestling talk says, this belt is a big bag of ass. So I like the diamonds, real or not, but yeah, I mean the problem is it's so generic looking. That's what it really is. It's very generic looking because most people call these belts now is the logo belt. And you can't blame them why when it's a giant logo. So I thought that was I had to talk about this. So when I would love to get a couple other people's opinion, mainly AJ's, and maybe if Tex come on, I wouldn't mind to get his opinion on that. Um, Apparently there's this picture out of me of saying, and I believe Costanza had this on Twitter of me. Apparently, he knew what I was planning to do with Mikhail. Well, you're wrong about that. I was not going to throw Mikhail into the Canadian forest fires. I went to the flea market today and I found cages that I was thinking the house Mikhail in. So I figured, but I can't put my finger on which cage I'm gonna use for Mikhail. Like I was thinking that plastic crate, but I think that's a little inhumane. So I decided to get one of those wired cages. Ringo Oki, did I kill the Iron Sheik? Yes, I did with a Hulk Hogan T-shirt. Hey, talk about that, Brad. If I sent you the link if you want to join tonight. So, um, the one with the electric shocks. That's not a bad idea, Mr. Pico. I'm thinking about doing that. That's not a bad idea. So I was going around, and I actually, you know what? While waiting for oh, who we got here? We got AJ just joined. Welcome, AJ, to Saturday Talk.
What's going on, everybody?
How you doing?
Shit, same old, same old. Just a little drunk tonight.
So I want to get your opinion. Did you watch SmackDown?
I seen the whole thing with the Usos. That's about it.
That's what I did too at the beginning.
No, at the end.
Oh, at the end? Well, I seen it at the beginning. But did you see this one?
No. What is that, the women's title?
Yeah, they awarded this belt to Asuka on SmackDown.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
So they're calling this belt the WWE Women's Championship. While the belt says something completely different. It says Women's Undisputed Champion. When you also have on Raw is the SmackDown's Women's Championship.
I don't get it.
It's stupid as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
If they were going to do the draft, I think the champions should have been mainly the brand name champions should never should never be drafted away from their show because the women belt keeps getting swapped around like the previous two drafts. They did the belt swap.
Pretty much the belts don't mean nothing anymore to the brands. That's what it seems like.
Yeah. I mean, so when See, Rhea Ripley currently holds the SmackDown Championship
Right.
on Raw.
That doesn't make
While,
no sense.
yeah, while Asuka was holding the Raw belt on SmackDown, and now she's rewarded with the Women's Undisputed Championship.
I think they just need one belt for the males and one for the females, and just call it a day.
Well, I don't mind having one world champion for for the company, but I do think there should be a secondary title, like
Mm-hmm.
like the Intercontinental title, and I think the women should have like their second tier championship. But when I saw this, I was like, this got Vince McMahon written all over it.
Oh, of course it does. I mean, come on. Just because, a different, company owns WWE now doesn't mean Vince isn't still pulling strings. I mean, let's be honest.
Oh yeah, I mean, even though like you said, a different company owns WWE, they want Vince to be running the show because he ran it for decades.
Oh,
So
yeah, for 50 years, of course. I mean, come on.
yeah, yeah. And then his oh gosh, his father and his grandfather was running it before it.
Right.
So, but I guarantee you, if they will have, it's just stupid. And I bet money if they do the secondary title, it will be the Intercontinental Championship. And how lazy they are, I
Mm-hmm.
bet money it's going to be just like the belt Gunther has right now.
I think it'll look just like the other ones, like the other WWE Championship belts.
No. I mean, then it's just going to be too. Well, UFC has all their belts look the same, so
Exactly. Why not uniform it?
well, the problem is when you have the top gold, the top belt, you want to be, single as the top champion, and that's why you have belts like
No, I
this.
get that. I get that. Did you shout out everybody in the chat?
Yes, I have.
Did you even shout out to Brad? In the
Yeah,
chat? Okay.
and I sent him the link just in case he decides to come in.
Oh, hell yeah. Come on in, Brad. Brad's cool as hell. I like hanging out with him. EJ, she says, AJ Casey, how much should that cost? Probably
It
standard price for the belts. I mean, what, $300-400, right?
it depends. There's like on the quality of the belt, like the thickness of the plates. Is If you want the cheapo depot versions, they're gonna be skinny. Those plates will be very skinny. Oh,
Huh.
I'm sorry, Randy Viper. I didn't see you until now.
What's
Sorry.
going on, Randy?
But
Casey, Mr. Pico's got one for you, Casey. He says, Casey, did you shout out Mikkel's mom during sex?
it's funny that see, like you could see that on the StreamYard, but
Yeah,
on YouTube it Googled it.
it Googled it.
No, I mean Google censored it. I mean,
Oh, Google censored it. Yeah, because fucking YouTube and Google are a bunch of leftist communists, so the fuck do you expect?
see, I mean, I don't hate the look of these belts. It's just, I mean, if we're gonna unify them, fine. I'm okay with this.
Hmm.
But when there's another champion, world champion out there, this belt means meaningless. It's
It's all
meaningless.
copy and paste, in my opinion. It's what it
Yeah,
all looks like. Copy and paste. Look at Roman's belts. Look at these belts. Fucking all the difference is color of a strap.
yeah,
It's copy and paste. That's why I said when you said, "Oh, they're gonna do like the new Intercontinental title." Guess what? The Intercontinental title is gonna look exactly like that. Only difference is probably going to be a black strap with like some different thing and under with the same thing, and all it's going to say is
Intercontinental.
Intercontinental. Yeah, pretty much.
I still going with it's going to look like Gunther's Intercontinental title, but it's probably going to be on a white strap, and they'll somewhere put women's. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I bet money on. I don't mind them unifying the belts. The lesser amount of belts is actually better. When you
Mm-hmm.
have there's a I would say differently for AEW because when they purchased Ring of Honor, you're gonna have Ring of Honor titles.
Oh yeah, of course.
And when you have partnerships with New Japan and other companies, yes, those belts are gonna come over. So
Oh
but
yeah. Are you gonna watch that? Are you gonna watch Forbidden Door on the 27th, I believe, or 26th, one of the two?
nah.
Oh, okay. I
But
might.
I tell you, if AEW ever comes around here, I would gladly.
Do you
I
guys
would.
even have an auditorium or like an arena or anything of that sort?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
okay.
get we get Smackdowns and Raws here all the time. It's
Oh,
just
okay.
they don't really venture anywhere in the South. Maybe Texas, but
Well, yeah.
they love to be on the East Coast and go to Chicago, but they don't go venture to
Dude,
the
they
West.
came to Detroit twice this year already. They're going third time in for SummerSlam.
Well, it sucks because I would love to go. I mean, I would gladly leave work early to go to an AEW show.
Hmm.
And I would put more money down to go to an AEW show than a WWE show.
Yeah, I still haven't been to an AEW show yet. Yeah, there's been two fucking AEW shows that were actually good that were at Little Caesars Arena that I didn't
Oh,
go to.
dude, I am so shocked that Little Caesars came back because it
What
was
do you mean?
dead. Well, it was dead for
Mr.
a
I
long.
would never Mr. I would never let that company die ever.
Well, I mean, for a decade at least, we've not had Little Caesar anywhere around here. And
Well,
then,
because you're not, it. I mean, Little Caesars is well known everywhere around the whole United States, probably around the world. My guess.
Mr. Pico brought up a good point. Is Little Caesars arena tickets $5.55? That's not
No, no,
well.
they're expensive, dude. Red Wing games are like $200 to $300 to $400. Depends on if it's lower bowl or upper bowl. That shit's expensive. Like hockey games in general are expensive. Wrestling, I have
Mhm.
no clue.
Well, Brad says where he lives outside of the country has Little Caesars.
Yeah, Little Caesars is known worldwide, man. I mean, Mr. Illich, he literally built a pizza joint from like scraps pretty much and like right in, outside of Detroit, and literally he uh it's it's huge, man. Like you can't go anywhere with in the United States without seeing a Little Caesars restaurant.
Well, Brad can confirm we didn't have Little Caesars for a long ass time. Until what was funny, I'm trying to remember what we were doing. We might have was like coming back from something,
Hmm.
and we saw Little Caesars, and he said he goes to this one all the time, but it was the only one around town we seen. So,
Dude, I could tell you a crazy story. So, when I was 18 till I was like 22, right? Just before I
yeah.
met my girl. Literally, I had my own bachelor place, my own spot before we got together, and dude, I literally lived off of fucking Little Caesars pizza for the longest time. Didn't gain much weight at all, and
Mm.
literally was like going clubbing and going to the bars and drinking. for like that expand of like 3 years, dude. I lived off of that shit. I
See,
mean, it's cheap and easy too.
see, Brad says right there, oh, wrong comment. There we go, right there. See, like they just disappeared. It's kind of
Where
like
at,
how
Brad?
here in Oklahoma.
Oh, okay. See, I don't know if Oklahoma, if you guys ever had Kmart's, but like,
Oh yeah, dude,
okay, so do you?
we
I
did.
don't know if this is like this is a '90s 2000s thing, Casey. So I mean, do you remember the Little Caesars Cafe? Like literally, you could go get a hot and ready or a little pan for like $5 in the cafe, and they would have like the icy Slurpees and stuff like that.
Not that I know
You
of.
don't? Okay,
But the thing is, honestly, I think Brad would agree with this one
what's up?
that for this area, uh there's a chain that the bigger chain around here is called Maggio's Pizza, and I prefer Maggio's Pizza over anyone's pizza minus mom and pop pizzas. So, but I would always like, hey, you want some Maggio's? Like,
Huh?
fuck yes, I do.
I've never had it. I got a big T. I've actually been in there. To be honest with you, Little Caesars Arena is beautiful, but like me, I'm a diehard Red Wings fan. Joe Louis Arena will always be, hockey town. I mean, Little Caesars Arena, they haven't won any Stanley Cups there. Joe Louis Arena, they literally won four. So I mean, and there's more history with Joe Louis Arena, especially blood fight night at the Joe. I mean, that and them winning literally four Stanley Cups there. It's kind of more heartwarming. Kobo, yeah, I've been to Kobo a few times, man. Dude, there anywhere in Detroit I've been, literally. I mean, the Rensen. I mean,
Oh,
everywhere.
talk about Detroit. Are you gonna plan to go to SummerSlam? Or
No, dude, I ain't got money like that.
well, they're not as expensive as you think it is.
Mm.
Because you're probably thinking going to watch it's gonna be like $100 or plus,
No,
right?
it's not that. It's not that I don't want to go. It's the fact of the matter is I don't want to be in that big of a crowd. I don't like big
Uh,
giant crowds. That's my thing.
uh,
See, when I
I
was a kid and I went to Nitro, yeah, I was excited because I was a kid. But like being an adult, being around 20 to 40, 50,000 people, whatever, I don't know how many people are they're going to be there, but still, the fact of the matter is, dude, I don't know where these fucking
oh,
people have been, and I have that anxiety of like, get the fuck away from me, you know? I'd rather sit at fucking my house and watch it on cable or on not cable but on fucking Peacock. How do I hate Detroiters, dude? I'm fucking a Detroiter. What are you talking about?
he's just he's just messing
I
around.
know.
But
And no,
I did
actually, Eminem doesn't have a trailer. He actually has a house that's off of 7 Mile. But yeah.
but I can totally understand when
Hmm.
me and Melissa went to WrestleMania 38. This is like when we got into Cowboy Stadium, you're like literally like if someone had I was afraid I was going to catch COVID. That's how, because
Oh yeah, dude.
everyone was like butt to butt just to get
Hmm.
into the arena and go where they need to go. It was like the most people I seen since the pandemic started.
Oh yeah, dude. And I know because SummerSlam's coming to Detroit, that's gonna generate so much money for the city of Detroit alone
And that's
because
good.
literally yeah, it's good, it's fucking amazing because a lot of people they don't understand after Detroit went bankrupt and then they got bailed out and they rebuilt the city and everything's better. They're on the fucking rise, man. Like if a lot of people that have never been to my city, like it's a fucking beautiful city. This The downtown is fucking beautiful. The city is a fucking World War III, yes, or a third world country, yes. But if you go to downtown Detroit, it is fucking beautiful because you literally have the Detroit River. You can
Oh,
oversee fucking Windsor. It's fucking it's amazing. But like, yeah, it's gonna generate so much money and buzz for for the city. It's gonna be good, especially because now the Lions are actually coming back and they're actually a better team. So that means Ford Field's gonna be making more money now, and
mm,
then them having SummerSlam there is gonna generate more money. Yeah, exactly. Detroit gets a bad rep that fucking people don't understand just because of what happened in the '60s with the fucking riots. That's what fucking gave Detroit a fucking bad rap. And
well,
all the white people, well, listen, Casey, and all the white people that worked hard and lived hard, lived in Detroit and worked hard, fucking moved out to the suburbs. Of course, dude, I'm not trying to be racist here, but fucking if anybody fucking, trashes a fucking city and burns down buildings because they're fucking pissed off about stupid shit that they can fix themselves, what the fuck do you want me to say? I mean, come on.
I
I
mean,
mean,
there's going to be bad parts of cities anywhere. I
yeah,
mean,
exactly. Am I a Detroit? Am I a Pistons fan, dude? Yeah, I love every Detroit team. Just
but
because I love the Raiders doesn't mean I don't love the Lions. I love the Lions too. I just wish they would fucking be a better team. But actually, this year they're actually are going to be a better team, which is fucking a positive thing.
Tex,
No, Tex and me already talked. Tex said if he won tickets to SummerSlam, he'd come crash on my couch, and I told him he's welcome to.
yeah, but he also says he'll be wearing Kevlar to the event.
Oh, come on. It, Tex. If you actually did win tickets, I'd fucking drive you around the whole downtown Detroit, and we'd go eat at Hockey Town Cafe, and you'd fucking love it. A lot of
Oh,
people, like I said, people give Detroit a bad rap. Yeah, the city looks like shit, but if you go downtown and you go hang out there, dude, you're like, why is it? It looks amazing downtown, but the city looks like shit because no one cares about the city of Detroit. It's not the city that people go to. It's the fucking downtown where you get to go see the river, the Detroit riverfront, the fucking, you got all these amazing buildings. You got the skyline that literally, you got Canada really literally across the fucking Detroit River. I mean, it's fun.
um, as T's asking about
What's
any
up?
matches for SummerSlam outside Brock and Cody 3. No,
Not that I know of.
that's not even confirmed yet. I
Mm,
mean, that's more
okay.
likely going to happen. But
No
um,
clue.
well, we have to get through Money in the Bank, and I think SummerSlam they moved that to July now.
To
It
what?
used to be August.
SummerSlam's August. No, SummerSlam's still August. It's
Is
August
it?
5th. Yeah, August 5th. 8 o'clock at Ford Field. Yeah.
I thought they moved that to
Mm-mm.
July now,
Nope.
and I think that's a
July
better
is
idea
Money in the Bank.
because July is like right in the middle of summer, so you don't want to put it at the very close to the end of summer.
Is Money in the Bank next weekend? I thought it was in July. Then what? Because I know August 5th is SummerSlam. Because that's
Not
because
exactly.
the riff and wheels here in Detroit, man. Those two radio stations, they talk about the SummerSlam coming here, and they're giving out tickets and stuff like that. So yeah, dude, I from being a Detroiter and I am around the city all the time, I hear it through the radio all the
Oh
time.
yeah, I mean I'm not sure
No, right.
when it is. I'm not even
Actually, you
sure
know
what
what's
Monday
funny
today.
is, you
Huh?
know what's funny is, what was it yesterday? I think yeah, it was yesterday. No, it's Friday night. Otis and Chad Gable were actually at the Tigers game, and they threw a pitch out with Paws, the Detroit Tigers mascot. It was pretty cool. I
Well,
have pictures of it. If you want me to send it to you,
AJ, I got a special surprise for you.
what's up?
welcome Tex to the show.
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
What's up?
Long time no see,
So,
amigo.
so do I need to bring like a sleeping bag when I crash at your place, or like, I mean, what's the accommodations going to
That's if you win tickets.
be? Right. Well, I'm manifesting that I've already won, so it comes to pass. You know,
You
those kind of
manifested
things.
you already
So,
won.
yes, like I put it on my wish. I put it on my wish board, and I stare at it every day. And I throw salt over my left shoulder and do all those things. So I know I'm going to win. So or I may just scalp the tickets and then collect the money and come home. I could possibly do that too.
Or fuck, you just
I
give
don't
them to
know.
me.
Or I could make money and we can go to the bar. Either way, we'll figure it out. But
Yeah.
So
Well, you know
like I
what's
said,
funny is things about that text. I don't know if you ever like won anything like off the radio or anything like that, but like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
oh, you have? Okay, so you know the whole situation. You literally have to be there, show them, and then they give you whatever, right?
Well, yeah. I won like concert tickets or
Right.
different event tickets over the radio. You have to show them your ID. Like you have
Right.
to drive to the station, show them your ID. Yeah, I know how it works.
Yeah. Yep. That's I was just about to say. I've tried that in the past, and they totally like null and voided my thing. So like, yeah. When I won Comic Con tickets, it was pretty much like I literally just went there, showed my ID, and it was there, so I couldn't give away tickets.
Well, see, what I'm going to try to do when I win is, since I'm only about an hour from Uncle Ted's ranch down here in Texas, so I'm going to drive over to his place and be like, "Hey, I'm going to your birthplace for a visit. You want to come with?"
Actually,
I'm gonna try
Uncle
to talk
Ted's
you
from
into
Redford. It's right outside of Detroit. He's not from Detroit. He's from Redford, right outside of it.
Well, we'll be within driving distance. Either way, I'm going to try to get Uncle Ted to come with me. That'd be fun to whatever. So
Yeah.
it'll be
All right.
good.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? What Wild Texas here? I think we gotta get his opinion on this new women's belt.
There's a new belt.
Yeah, there's a brand new undisputed women's belt, but it's like Romans, but it's for the women.
It's not
Even
bad.
though,
Actually, it's pretty good.
well, there's a problem, Tex. There's still a SmackDown women's belt out there that on Raw, while this belt
Right.
says Women's Undisputed Championship.
Okay, well, before we process that, when did you expect this company to ever do anything logical?
Well, it's getting worse because Vince is getting senile, and he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I'm in the minority or the majority here, but I like this design of the belt. I don't mind the big WWE logo on the front. I think it looks cool. I've always been a fan of this design. My personal favorite was, when did they have the red one? I liked that one.
Oh gosh, that was a few years ago now.
The one that Brock Lesnar had on Raw, I think.
Yeah, it was on Raw.
That one I really enjoyed. I like the larger faceplate. I mean, it's WWE. They put their freaking company logo on big gold. I mean, we see what they're going to do. It is, you either accept it or you don't at this point. But
That's
I
true.
mean, you also have to remember they're owned by the same people who own UFC, and UFC has matching belts for everything.
Yeah,
Endeavor.
Or Endeavor,
and honestly,
whatever their name.
I prefer the old school UFC belts than the new ones. Honestly,
Well, yeah, but I get that. But here's the thing. It's really hard to get away from nostalgia. And I think nostalgia taints so much of stuff these days because, oh, well, this is okay, but 20 years ago, and I'll even tell one on me. I'm a Cowboy fan when it comes to football, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you go to any Cowboy sports bar during NFL season, all you're going to hear about is the '90s Cowboys, and you will hear me inside of that conversation because of nostalgia.
Yeah.
no belt that they're ever going to make is going to compare to Big Gold or Winged Eagle or blah 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 or 10 pounds, whatever it is. But you have to accept the times that we're in. I mean, it's just like horror films.
Yep.
Most of the, I've probably seen the best films I've ever going to see in my life, and from here it's downhill. I have to accept
Well, I
that
mean,
fact.
I can
Well, Terrifier is
understand.
bringing it back, though, Tex. I mean, let's be honest.
Right, but I think Terrifier is the exception to the rule because we'll see how long this lasts. But my point is,
Right.
you know, I don't think this is a bad design for a belt. It looks cool. It's. I mean, you can't
It's
argue
very
that
corporate.
that logo. It's yes. It's that's actually a good word for it. It's very corporate. It's very recognizable.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they're going for. Whereas, if you saw, oh, what was that green belt that WWF had? I can't remember now.
You
The
mean Big Green Belt
24/7
that
title?
Undertaker had?
No. Like way back in the day, the one like early, like maybe even before the first WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Prior
One
that's
to
what
Iron
Winged
Sheik
Eagle.
had.
Hogan had was the Big
Yes,
Green
yes, yes,
Belt.
yes. Like if you held that up to most people, they're not going to know what it is.
I
Now,
didn't
Oh,
even know what it was.
if you hold up that belt you just showed me, it's very recognizable because they spell it out for you. Is it obvious? Yes, but you know, it makes sense monetarily because you know if if I mean, there's something NASCAR's been doing here lately. They've been changing up the trophies for like each race, and kind of what it is um, like here in Texas when you win the Texas Motor Speedway race. The trophy is like a bronze pair of like cowboy boots. It looks really cool with the stuff engraved on the side. They give you a cowboy hat and two 6 shooters, that
huh.
are actual little functioning guns. It's really cool. Now, if you
Hey,
go to
question, Tex, about NASCAR. Who gives the
uh,
grandfather clock out? Because I've seen that.
Martinsville,
Okay,
Martinsville,
that's what I thought.
yeah, that's their signature. That's their signature trophy for winning at that race. Like, but anyway, my point is, there's some classic designs like for winning the Daytona 500. That's been the same trophy for 50 years because it has every previous winner's name on that trophy. It's massive. It's huge. But what WWE has, how long has WWE had this belt design? They've had it for a while, right?
Oh yeah.
At least
They
10
had
years.
10 years.
See, I could argue, and probably a pretty convincing case, that this belt design is more recognizable than the Winged Eagle belt, and I would piss a lot of people off, but I think I can win that case.
I mean, the Wing Eagle is very, nostalgic. I can admit that. So, I
That's
mean,
my point. It's nostalgic, but what's more recognizable?
well, obviously
Oh,
that one.
well,
Well,
I
it
could see that.
depends.
Like
No,
the
I
kid,
mean,
like the people who, like those kids that coming up and watching it now. You show them
right,
Green Eagle, they're not going to know what that is without
right.
even
but we
But
reading.
do have Peacock in the network, so I mean, they could
Yeah,
but
always
but
go
they
back.
let's say this belt design has been here for a decade, like AJ, bro. I think he's right on that, but I'm not for sure. Let's say it's been
yeah,
here
it's
10
not a decade.
years. They've got not the name on the bottom, not Universal or Ultimate Heavyweight, Cruiserweight, 20, whatever. The name doesn't matter. The actual design of the belt, they've got skin in the game on that thing.
Well, yeah, of
And,
course.
you know, they've sold replicas and toys and action figures came with whatever. For an entire generation of kids and WWE, new WWE fans, that's their winged eagle. Well, it will
Right.
be in the future, you know. So I see why when they gave Roman a new one, they gave him the same belt but differently designed. And now I guess women's have the same one. Now I get, are they going new belts all the way around?
Well, yeah.
I'm
I mean, we
assuming,
got
yeah.
the new world heavyweight title. Then Roman's got a new belt. and now the
All right.
Oscar has a new belt. But I
Well,
mean,
then
my
that
pick
I
is
would probably guess that. Let's see. Who's the other women's champion?
yes.
Marilyn Manson. What's her face? Rhea Ripley. Not Marilyn Manson.
Oh yeah,
She looks
That's
like Marilyn
great.
Manson.
Yeah, she
She
does.
looks like Marilyn Manson. My apologies. Actually, I don't. Um, I I would guess since Asuka got a matching title to Roman, do we see Rhea get a matching title to Seth, but in white?
oh, you know what? That's a great point.
I
That's a
mean,
great
if they're going to do, one good turn deserves another, right? I mean, so and plus, look at all the shiny new replicas and toys that you're going to have to spend $1,000 on a piece at WWE
Oh
shop.
yeah.
Right.
So
I mean, that's a great point. Every time there's a new belt, oh, there's a new toy belt coming out soon.
right, I mean, Mattel has to create a new belt to put in their Seth Rollins Roman Reigns action figure that you have to go now buy, even though it's the
Yep.
same action figure with just slightly different accessories. So
See, you know what's shocking is like I come by like toys and they're like worth like hundreds of dollars. I was like what? And some of them are not even retro. They'll be like new or like in the
Because
2000s.
they're
And
limited edition, Casey.
but I'm like, it just
well,
blows my mind
well,
about.
okay, it's like when it comes to like toys and action figures, it's kind of funny. Um, like they release, I mean, because obviously I'm a toy collector now. I'm in the horror world that I collect, but obviously when I'm looking for the scary movie films, I walk through the whole section so I look. So like when Mattel puts out their newest line of, oh, we're in series 10 whatever, and you have Roman Reigns, they'll have a woman figure. They'll do like normally each series or set is like 5 to 6 figures, and there'll be like one retro, a couple women figures, like a new talent, and then like a couple big stars or whatever. So you may have like Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Andre the Giant,
Mm-hmm.
Medusa, and whatever. Just it's a mix of all of it, right? But when you pay attention, like they re-release, they'll have like their greatest hits line that's always on the shelf, and it'll be the same Roman Reigns figure but in a different box. That I've seen this happen. Like you'll have a brand new set of figures, and it's Roman Reigns with a different, bloodline T-shirt or whatever. But if you look on the peg next to it, you can buy the same figure with the black version of that T-shirt, but you have to buy both to get both T-shirts, and that's really what you want.
Yeah.
So, money wise, heck, I'd be making new titles every week. I mean, if they sell, why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like the whole John Cena thing all over again. They're gonna.
Right.
So, do you think how long is it until they really start hating Roman Reigns like they did John Cena?
Oh, dude, they were hating Roman
No, I
for.
mean, you just remember when John Cena was really hated.
Oh yeah, well,
Did well did John Cena ever have 1,000 days as champion?
Yeah, but I
no.
mean, he was the corporate face of WWE for the longest time, and that's why a lot of people hated him. Plus,
Well,
nobody would beat him. I mean, it's similar. It's they're very similar.
I mean, they did
Uh,
the exact same
I
thing
don't know.
with Roman like they did with Cena. Even though I love, let me rephrase this. I really liked the John Cena version of Thugonomics, and then I didn't mind when he went PG. I was still a Cena fan, even though when a lot of people hated him. But they were definitely shoving John Cena down our throats. They were doing the same thing now with
Well, see,
Roman.
okay. As far as John Cena timeline and me goes, the kind of the last thing that happened. Excuse me. Sorry, I've been out hunting all day. I've got allergies like a motherfucker. The last thing I like time, and I don't remember what year this was, but the reunion of DX, like the new version, just Shawn and Triple H had happened.
Oh,
What year was
2006. 2006.
that?
That
Okay,
was my
that's
junior
like
year in high school.
'06, '07. Within that year, like within that 12-month span, whatever, was about the time that I checked out. And I just stopped, like, damn near completely stopped watching.
I actually
Uh,
thought that was interesting.
I'll be honest with you, I was in the bars and I was, living life and whatever. I could
Oh,
have cared less at that point. And so I never really hated John Cena, but I never liked him. Like he never captivated my attention like a Hulk Hogan or a Steve Austin or a Sting or Undertaker. You know what I mean?
Oh, like Big T said in the chat, ECW One Night Stands 2006, when John Cena Heat was the best. Yeah,
I do
especially because he was
remember
going
that.
against
That was
Rob Van Dam.
that was yeah that's probably my favorite WWE pay per view of all time. That was a lot of fun.
Even
Even though it's
Invasion, I
taking
thought Invasion was pretty good. It sold more than most WrestleMania. Well, not
I was so
WrestleManias, but any
disappointed by
other one.
that. I was just disappointed. I was just whatever.
the
You know, huh?
Uncle Gamer said he checked out when Chris Benoit had that really bad day. I think you mean those really bad few days in a row.
Well, technically, Chris Benoit's family had the bad day. He was just the one that caused it. But
Yeah.
if you want to get technical, but either way, I don't know. Like I said, that time period, I was in '06. I was 18. And like I said, I was in the bars, I was rodeo, and I was partying. I didn't have time to watch wrestling. I didn't care. And it was like I said, I never hated John Cena. I never cared for him. I wasn't like, ooh, well, let me go buy the newest red John Cena shirt to match my orange, green, and blue one.
Oh, you know
I
Casey
never did
was.
that.
Oh, hold on.
I'd be willing to bet Casey's closet looks like a bag of Skittles or M&Ms, and it's all John Cena t-shirts.
Oh, I
Like
believe
that's
it.
all
I
he
bet you
had.
he's that loyal hustle and
No,
respect.
I think I only actually have one John Cena shirt. No, actually, I'm wrong. I do have two. I have the
You sure
AWA.
it's two?
Yes, it's the AWA version of the logo. And I liked it because that logo that looked like AWA, and it's the red, white, and blue of um.
Hustle, loyal, respect.
No, it says stop. There's something about hate, rise above hate, or something like that.
That sounds like a communist
Hang
shirt.
on, hang on. I just realized John Cena was virtue signaling with his t-shirts 15 years before anybody else. That's
Right.
all he was doing with all these little sayings. I don't know why that just occurred to me, but holy crap, he was gaslighting years ago.
Yeah.
Like, okay, wow,
Hell,
okay.
you thought he was sucking the Chinese cock? No, fucking, he was doing that probably 15 years early.
Yeah, he's been a virtue signaler for a while now. Hang on, I'll bear it back.
Oh, Brad brought up the point. Is like, yeah, there is my profile picture on here. So, that's a great point. But, yeah, but I liked the shirt. The shirt was cool. I liked it, but I don't have like all the ones like where he was ripping off a bunch. There's a couple I kind of wanted. The one that looked like a Nintendo version, and they kind of redone that again.
Oh, like the Super Mario one, right?
Not
The one that he's flying in the air with the, like, you know how Mario?
I don't like that yellow one. It's more like it's
No,
called
with a black T-shirt.
well,
Sorry,
no,
I had to unload a
Mario.
trailer.
The Mario 3 is yellow, but I think that was yellow. But
Well,
there is a black shirt with what's called if it looked like a black box NES game. That's the one I would like to have.
well, either way, my point, like with all this, kind of Sorry, I'm very intoxicated. Well, we've been hunting all day, and I'm drunk as shit. So I took the old lady out hunting for her first time, and I almost wanted to
How'd
shoot
she like it?
her. She took more selfies than shots out of the gun. But,
You
it
messed
is
up.
what
You
it
did
is.
wrong, Texas. Say, woman, put that phone away. Hold this fucking gun and shoot the goddamn deer.
But she's really pretty, so I'll let her get away with stuff. This is my problem.
Like, I'm about to
Yeah,
take
you're a
a shot.
pushover.
It's like, I'm
I,
ready to take.
hey, you call me whatever you want, as long as she
No,
lays
that's
me,
cool,
I don't
man.
care. So that's
Right,
cool.
but
That's
I'm just
fine.
saying, you gotta get her to shoot that damn gun. I mean, come on.
So no, we were pig
If you let
hunting.
her shoot, if you shoot your gun on her, she should be able to shoot a gun. I mean, let's be
Oh,
honest.
I'm unloading the clip, buddy. You have no
All
fucking
right.
idea. I'm surprised
Are
I
you
don't have any
saying
fluid left. What's that case?
you want a Tex girl to pull a Dick Cheney on him? Where
What? No, we're not talking about that. Casey, your innuendos over here, buddy.
No, it was there was more like posing with the rifle and cute face and then click and I'm like, why are you even here? And then I'm like, oh, boobs, and I remember
Boobs.
but
I tell you one thing. What brought you? It's like, hey, you want to go hunting, or did she decided to join you?
well, last night we were watching movies and whatever, and my buddy had called and we do normal pig hunts because we have a lot around here, and I have traps that I have set up all the time. So we planned for today to go, check the traps and go scope out a few locations before it got too hot. Well, she was there, and um, oh, can I come? Well, she could have asked me to rob a bank at that point, and I would have said yes. But so she had never been hunting before, so she had to retrofit some of my camo to fit her. And I was the guy that brought his old lady to the hunting trip, so I got the sideways look from the guys, but they understood. So it is what it is.
They're like, damn, man, this must be a man's hunting, and you're over here bringing a damn
That's
woman.
the exact. It's funny because I literally got pulled to the side and was told that conversation, but in person.
Oh,
So
I believe
it's
it.
like
See, I've been on many of hunting trips, Tex, and rule number one is you never bring a woman with you hunting.
and I know this. I know the rule. I've said the rule. It's like I know. It's like I've studied for this test, but I'm going to fail. And when those pretty blue eyes and that hurt
Hmm.
rack ask for something, yes. I mean, you want my right
You look
arm
at
here?
her
Sure,
eyes?
just cut it off at the shoulder. Oh, I
See,
look
that's
at
your
everything.
first problem. You're looking at her
Oh no,
eyes.
no, no,
You're
no,
supposed to look at her tits.
no,
Her
no.
eyes are our
I
tits.
study, dude. I study her from the top. I study her from the top of her head to the bottom of her feet, buddy. I look at it all.
Yeah.
But,
Well,
so yeah, either way. But yes.
Back to the
Continue.
story, Tex.
the camouflage face paint, though.
No, okay. You only need the camo face paint if you're like it's serious, like deer hunting. Pig hunting, you don't really need camo for pig hunting. It's just part of the routine.
You gotta remember, Casey's never gone hunting. I mean, he looks like a pig. We could hunt him, but I mean, hey, it's
I
true.
mean, considering half my wardrobe on a regular day is camouflage, anyways, it's not that big of a leap for me. But
Yeah, you
I'm
could
kind of a
just like.
cliche, so right.
I
It's like
got
real life Duck Dynasty over here.
Right.
well,
I was doing this crap before it was cool, and there was a TV show about it. People say,
Right.
"Stop getting the other way around."
I'm sorry. I watched a couple of those episodes. Oh God. You know
I
what?
love that show. I got to be honest with you. I loved it. It was great.
But did you know there's an actual video game about it?
I'm not surprised. There is a video game about everything. I was
Well,
actually going to send y'all. I was actually going to post a. There's a horror podcast that I listen to. It's an older one. They stopped making episodes, and I'll send it later.
Okay.
But it's like where they talk about their favorite horror video games. It's like 2.5 hours long. I thought you and Casey might enjoy it.
Oh
Video
yeah.
game talk and
That'd
whatever.
be cool.
It's pretty cool. It's a it was a cool horror podcast. I'm actually sad it went away, but I think a couple of the guys moved or something. I don't remember. But,
Well, can you tell us the name of it? Because I might have heard of them before.
yeah, the podcast is Deep in the Horror of Texas is the
Nope.
name of it.
Never heard of them. I thought you were going to say
They-
Slash and Cass.
No, it's Deep in the Horror of Texas. They're guys from down here. That they're nobodies. They were just, I mean, guys like us. You know what I mean?
Right.
And, just a group of friends. I think they all live like in the same apartment complex or some nonsense. I don't remember. But yeah, no, they talk about like. I think they go all the way back.
Like, how do you find out? It's like you go ask your neighbors, like, "Are you into horror movies?" And like, "Do you want to do a show?"
Well, like I said, I don't know how they got together. I just, like I said, I know at least a few of them used to be roommates or lived in the same apartment. I don't remember. Either way, it doesn't matter. But yeah, like it was a cool episode where like they break down some of their favorites and just games in general. But yeah, so it's been a day. I took her hunting, and I mean,
I'm more interested about this hunting story.
I was rewarded for my taking her. She appropriately. How can I say this without being a?
You could say whatever you want, Tex. Say say it how it is.
I'm trying to sound classy now. Like that's kind of my.
You classy?
I'm trying to. Yes, like I'm trying to class it up a little bit.
The redneck from Texas is trying to class it up.
Oh, I got it. She appropriately showed me her affections before I came on. So,
this is the PC Tex over here.
No. This is the more intelligent. Like I'm still as dirty. I'm just more clever with it. Like it's a whole thing. I'm trying now.
Pretty much, you got your dick sucked. Let's just be honest, and he fucked.
Oh, dude, I'm in heaven right now. You could shoot me in the head, and I'd go, okay, I'm good. Y'all have fun. So,
I'm just curious. Does she know your kind of your kinky side? Like it's like,
oh, dude,
you know what I'm talking about.
She's down. Dude.
You don't think Tex didn't give her through the ringer the first time? Come on.
Dude, you don't even want to know. Holy shit. You don't even want to know.
Casey, Casey, he's like, I've never done this before. I want to know.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I probably am pretty vanilla.
You are a vanilla. You're a vanilla midget and a vanilla person. Of course you want to know all the juicy details, Casey.
I mean, the only outside the box kind of sex I ever had was sex in the swimming pool.
That's it?
Yeah.
I mean, when Tex talked about fucking knife play, you lost your fucking mind and shit.
Well, I mean, that's not the weirdest thing I ever heard in my life, but it was just
hell, like having sex in a fucking graveyard. I mean, you lost your shit.
Well, I mean, it's for me. I'd be worried about like getting arrested than that.
That's why you go at nighttime where no one can fucking see you.
Yeah,
there is bushes.
Wait. Half of the fun is will we possibly get arrested for doing this? That's half the fun. You realize that, right?
Oh yeah, but true, good point. But I mean,
that's fucked up, Nico. That is fucked up.
But no, okay, so like I said, okay, you know me pretty well, right? We've spent a good bit of time hanging out and BSing and all that, whatever. Do you really think I would associate myself with a lady that wasn't down with some of my habits, we could say?
Habits, yeah.
I mean, do you think I'm gonna waste my time on some vanilla church girl that thinks missionary is a kink? You know what I
mean? Hey, there's nothing wrong with missionary.
That is the most boring position.
If you're a church girl, you're a whatever. I mean, I want you to throw a little pepper in that salad. Come on now.
Well, that's why you fucking take her to the dark side.
Hold on.
No, like I
No,
said, I
two,
promise you,
two, two.
I'm 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 very well accommodated to. I'll put it. Her standards are very much similar to mine. If that answers your question, Casey.
Hey,
Well,
okay,
two.
she more of the Rob Zombie type. That's the real question.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
telling
oh
you,
yeah, no
Okay,
for
doubt.
good
me,
girl. She's a good girl for you, Tex.
Oh, oh, no complaints. No complaints.
I'm just
A few
saying
new
for me.
scars, but I wear them proudly. So fun.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said I've got a few new scars and I wear them proudly. So it's all
Oh,
good.
okay. I thought you said she knows how to work on cars. I said, hell yeah. But scars, okay. Yeah.
No, I don't think she even changes her own oil. So I don't think
Well, you
that's
need
the
to
way.
get that girl to
So,
learn how to fucking do that kind of shit.
Hold on,
hey, as long as she no. As long as she blows me and cooks, I'll take care of the oil. I'm fine with that. We're good. So
Mm,
hold on.
okay.
You're supposed to change your oil in your car?
What?
Casey just
Yeah,
drives. Casey just
every
drives until they
7,000
blow up, and
miles.
then he walks to the next. Yeah, he just. Yeah, that's what he does.
I was like,
Dumbass.
oh, that's why that oil can sensor's going off in my car. Okay. I should read that direct owner's book more
The
often.
owner's manual.
Yeah, but I'm
If you have to read an owner's manual to know what your car does, just just kill yourself. Like I don't think I've ever I don't think I've ever opened an owner's manual for a vehicle. Like most of the time, I throw them in the garage or something. I mean, who
yeah,
needs that?
granted, I I agree. Like if I'm gonna work on my car, I'm like, I don't even I couldn't probably tell if my owner's manual is
It's kind of
still
like the guy that, oh yeah, well my car goes 0 to 60 and blah 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 blah. And I've
Right.
got X amount of horses. Okay, well you know how to read either your owner's manual or the piece of paper that was on the window before you bought it. That's how you know that. But
Right.
exactly.
it is what it is.
Unless
So
unless you took it to the get it on the
A dyno.
dyno.
You know that's
Yeah.
after you modify your car, right?
Well,
That's
you
what
can
you put a.
still
That's what you put the car on the dyno for. Is when you modify it, like I
well,
have.
right.
you put it on there
Well,
to
now
see what
technically you
kind of.
can put any car on the dyno. I
Yeah,
mean,
most of them will
I mean,
explode.
no, not necessarily. Dude, I put my '74 Chevy on there before I did anything to the motor, and it was just a stock 350.
Oh
You
yeah, of
know what I
course
mean?
Teslas are for gays. No one likes Teslas.
Oh.
Just like Ford
Yeah,
and
I
Chevy
wouldn't.
can kiss my ass.
You
You
know what?
couldn't give me a Tesla.
Hold on. I spin in the Tesla, and I think they're cool. So
Well,
uh,
you're gay, but that's not the point,
You think
Casey.
they're
We
cool
still
because
like
it's
you.
basically a video game car, Casey. That's what that is. It's nothing but
Yeah,
technology. It's not a Tesla is not for somebody like AJ or myself who's a grease oil muscle car guy.
right.
You know what I mean?
Casey, have you ever drove a stick? That's the real question.
next
Because I
question.
drive a stick. I drive a stick on a
You
daily
don't. No, hang on.
basis.
Wait. You don't know how to drive sticks yet?
It's the
Next,
easiest.
hey, we
It's
got
better.
You should
questions.
have your license pulled.
You
Oh
should
my
be
god.
you should have your man card revoked and your license revoked.
Hold on. We got
No.
questions
We're gonna
right
get
here.
no. We're gonna get back to this. You know, Casey. One of these days, I'm
Uh,
gonna come out to Oklahoma. I'm gonna bring my SRT4 with me because
So
that's my only car I have, and I'm gonna
no,
have
screw
you
that.
fucking learn how to drive a real car.
No, he's going to learn on something where the gears aren't smooth, and he has to learn how to work like through a bad clutch. That's how I learned how to
True.
drive. That's what he's going to do too, buddy. I'm
uh,
I'm gonna
uh,
I'm gonna find some old clunker stick, 4 or 5 speed, whatever, doesn't matter. I'm gonna put him at the bottom of a hill and tell him to drive up it without killing.
Oh my
That's how he'll
god,
know how to drive a
you're
stick.
gonna have him
That's how
freak
I
the
learned,
fuck out.
dude. That's how I learned. I
I
figured
know,
it
but you're
out.
gonna have him freak the fuck out because Casey
Yeah,
doesn't know jack shit about shifting. He doesn't know when to shift. He just fucking see. That's what's
right.
wrong with society. They have lost the fucking like energy or thought to fucking drive a manual. They're like, oh, automatic is standard, so we'll just drive this.
Well,
No.
See that that's what I've always found so funny is you have Ford guys, Chevy guys, Dodge guys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about that. Well, you have your brand, like what you like. My
Right.
my real line of division is can you drive stick or not? Because if you can't drive stick, I think less of you as a man. I got to be real honest with you. So
I mean, I
you
personally
know,
seeked out my SRT4 because it was a stick.
well,
I,
one thing I will say, driving stick in the city, I'd rather walk
The
because
freeway too. The
constantly going
freeway
through
too.
gears.
Especially
Well,
rush hour.
anywhere where it's stop and go, it's a pain in the butt.
Yep.
The, I mean, even my truck is a 5 speed. I hate
Same
it
here.
every
Mine's
time
a
I
five
go to a
speed.
stop sign. Go all the way back up to first, second, third, fourth.
Mm-hmm.
It gets old very quickly. Now,
Downshifting is
my,
really fun though.
that,
now
oh,
my, huh?
oh, we got an invader coming in, but we'll bring him on.
Oh,
Welcome to
oh,
what do
Jesus
you
Christ,
want
we're
to
actually having a conversation.
We're trying to have a conversation.
Son of a bitch.
Tex, these mongoloids will never learn. You know, Casey, you will learn how to drive a stick.
Okay, well, either way, my point is, it's really fun to drive stick like AJ was saying on the open highway where there's no traffic where you can play with it,
Mm-hmm.
downshift, you know, as you're going down the road, pop it out of gear and rev it up and then switch it back into gear
Oh
again. I
yeah.
mean, you can do so many cool things,
You know what's
but
cool about mine,
every
Tex?
uh,
Is that it came from the fucking manufacturer when Dodge built the SRT4. There's no mufflers on it. Literally, you do a two-step, it shoots fireballs out the back.
now, okay, I was listening to y'all talk about cars the other day. Aren't you
Right.
worried about that turbo on an aluminum block 4 cylinder?
No, it's solid. It's solid, dude. It's solid. It's bulletproof.
It's it, is that a steel or an aluminum block?
It's steel. It's bulletproof
Okay, because
steel. Like that shit.
I
Dude,
thought
Dodge has always
I
done
thought the
that.
Dodge Neons. Well, I know the old Dodge Neons had the aluminum block in them.
No, no,
So
no.
I
These
was
are metal. The
well,
2003 to
technically,
aluminum.
2000. Hold on, Casey. I'm trying to
Aluminum.
talk the text here. From 2003 to 2005, the SRT4, because that wasn't technically a Dodge Neon. They took that Dodge Neon
Right,
shit and they threw it away. That was the
as they
very
should
first
have.
SRT. That was the very first SRT car they ever made. So of
Right,
course they're gonna have the metal fucking block on it. And dude,
right.
it's beautiful. Like literally, I can make in this car if I spent
I don't think
twenty
I've ever
thousand
driven.
dollars. Dude, they're fucking. One day, if I'll come down to Texas and I'll come hang out with you, you
My
can
biggest
drive it,
thing is
dude.
how
It's
much
fun,
room is
dude. Fat people can drive it.
there?
I've
Well,
seen
I'm not
fucking on
fat, but I'm
videos.
tall. That's my problem.
You can go literally all the way to the back seat with this thing.
But
I'm
well,
6 foot. You're 7. So you're only 7 inches
I'm six
taller
five.
than me.
I'm,
Oh, you're
I'm
6'5".
6'5".
Okay, so you got
Well,
5 inches on me.
like my mother has a Chevy Aveo for her
Right.
old car, and whenever I work on it or have to drive it, I basically have to put the front seat all the way into the back seat, so there's no when it, even with the seat reclined back and slid back, I still can't see the traffic signals. The lights.
Well, to be honest
If
with
I'm
you,
looking straight ahead, I have to tilt my head down to look up to see traffic lights.
because like I said, I'm 6 foot and it's fine with me. So I mean,
That's
and
cool.
there's plenty of room. So I
Well, hey,
mean,
I mean,
it's a good
I mean,
possibility. I
hey,
mean, like I said, you know.
if it works for you, I'm happy. I mean,
Oh
that's
yeah,
awesome,
dude. Like
dude.
I said, if I ever come down to Texas, I'll bring it with me and I'll fucking have you
I've
fucking try it
owned
out, man. It's fun. Dude.
I owned
It's
one
not
car.
what.
I'm trying to think of the year. It was either a '97 or a '98 Pontiac Grand Dam. I
Oh, those
bought
are
it off
fun.
my.
Did they have the ram air intake in it?
Yes, it had the sport
Oh,
package. It
dude,
had like
that is badass. Yes.
it had the little spoiler on the back. It
Yup.
had the whole
Mm-hmm.
thing.
It's a
Now
GT.
this
Yep.
was this was it was a cheap little car. It was
That's fun
it
though.
was an aluminum block motor with
Right.
like basically plastic panel.
Hmm.
But it was my whenever I was going on the road a lot with rodeo and stuff. That was the car that I took because that
Right.
thing got like dang near 40 miles to the gallon, dude.
Dude,
And
mine's 22 city, 36 highway.
yeah,
But
this car was oh my god. I literally drove it until like without without hitting the little button on the gear shift, you could switch
right.
it from park to two or to one or two on the other side. That's how fried the
And you
transmission
know what's
was
cool
with
about this one? It's got a, Mopar Stage 2 turbo kit in it. So it's not just a standard SRT4. This is Stage 2
it. Right.
Mopar. So that means it's got more fun toys in there. It's fun. You can drift
Yeah,
in it. You can do a whole lot of shit with it. Burnouts. I mean,
I
yeah,
don't.
it's a front rear car, but still, you can do burnouts. It's fun.
The only kind of car I would ever buy for me now would be a classic muscle car to restore. I don't see
Right.
me ever buying a. The closest I'll ever come to buying a car will be an SUV. I'm not a car guy. That's
you,
just
cl- you
not me.
you classify a SUV a car?
No, 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 no. I said that's the closest I'll ever get to
Oh,
buying a
okay.
car.
Oh, okay.
It's a but no, like I don't see me buying any economy car or whatever. That's
Right.
I look weird in a car. I'm not a car type personality unless it's like a if you want to throw me in a classic Camaro or Charger, then yeah, that's my style.
Mm,
But you know,
yeah.
I'm a truck guy.
Oh,
I'm I'm a Jeep guy. I'm a truck guy. That's where I fit.
Hey, that's cool, man.
let me cut in. We do have a question from Big Q for text. He says, which
Okay.
is the bigger sin, driving a Tesla or driving a Prius? And what should be the
Ooh.
repercussion for it?
Shot on sight.
Uh, well, if you're driving a Prius, you need to be castrated immediately so you don't reproduce. If you're
Yeah,
buying
because
a
you're gay.
Tesla, yes, that's exactly my point. We don't need your DNA continuing. We need to stop. For Tesla, I think you're an idiot because you're buying an expensive battery that's eventually going to go out, and it's going to cost more to replace the battery than the car is worth. So you're just stupid in general. But Prius is worse because Prius is obviously nonsense. Yes, neither of them should be on the road. I saw did y'all see the designs for that Tesla truck? It's like triangle
No, I
Yeah.
shaped on the
haven't.
top.
Do you
Oh,
have pictures of this? Because I've never seen it.
I don't, but I'm sure Casey can look it up.
Pull it up,
You know what
Casey.
I mean?
well, is it the
It's
one that
very
they
odd.
tried to show? Is it the one with the they tried to show that like the windows were like bulletproof, and when the guy threw
Yeah,
a
it was
steel
like a,
ball, it shattered the window.
technically technically it hadn't even came out yet. Like you had to put down, I think it was like $100 deposit to like
Oh
basically
God!
hold one for you. But I don't think they ever did anything. I know they haven't came out, but like I have no idea. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to
No,
look at it right
I
now.
think I think electric cars need to be left for kitty toys and
Um,
golf carts. But that's just me.
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
speaking of that, since we're on that subject, Mikkel, with your electric wheelchair, do you check your oil or do you just like fuck it? What do you do with that thing? You
When's the
just
last
plug
time
it
you
up?
changed your wiper fluid?
and, and
That's where
when
you
we're
can
talking
speak,
about
Mikkel.
wiper fluid, we're talking about the last time you wiped your.
Not you, Casey.
I love how me and AJ both threw shots in case he got the heat for it. That makes me happy.
Well, if you pay attention to the screen text, the smart ones are on the right, but not smart are
Dude,
on the
I can barely
left.
read right now.
I
It
know.
wouldn't matter if I paid.
Oh, that's a great point about from Fortnite is Raw. I'm glad Mikkel is here. I do have um Costanza, like I showed this earlier. Costanza sent out this picture of me saying something. Let me remove that comment, by the way. That I was going to throw Mikkel into the Canadian forest fires. But I think that's just too mean. I wouldn't do that to Mikkel. But I did go to the flea market today, and I found a bunch of these cages that I was thinking the house Mikkel in.
No, I've got a better idea from. Okay, I don't know if y'all will remember this or not, but a few years ago, maybe even 5 or more years ago, I can't remember exactly. It was down in Florida somewhere. Some dude ate bath salts, and he basically went crazy and was eating a homeless guy. Do y'all remember this?
What the fuck? Are you serious?
Yeah, as a heart attack. Yes.
Do you have pictures of this? No, dude. I work all the
No,
time.
but it was a news story. There was a guy in Florida. He was high on. He either ate or he smoked bath salts. One of the two. I can't remember. But
what
he
are
basically
bath salts?
took enough. It was like fake weed. It was like.
Oh, okay.
It was like artificial drugs, basically.
Oh, okay.
And he was so high, he stripped butt naked and he ate the face off of a homeless man. The police had to shoot this guy like 6 or 7 times. Yes, like you can look it up. It's legit. It just
Casey,
put in like Florida man, bath salt zombie. You should find this story.
God.
So what if we get Mikkel on bath salts?
See, this is my plan. Is we need to get some bath salts, and we need to just force feed him to Mikkel till he goes all full blown World War Z, right? And go make him eat Casey.
Oh my God! This is Oh my!
Oh yeah,
God.
that's nuts, dude. Yeah, I can't believe y'all never heard of this before.
No, dude. Dude, what I do regularly, I eat, sleep, and go to work. That's my life. It's very boring. And
maybe it's just my connections, and like I love zombie. Like after slasher, zombie movies are my favorite. So this was like huge news, and especially in the horror world, because like, oh crap, zombies are happening. Here it is. Like this is how the zombie apocalypse starts. But
do you think I should show this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, oh please, yeah. No, I mean it's a news story. The news showed it. Why can't you show it? You know what I mean?
Oh, give me a minute then. It'll take me a minute to get this, but I'll be right.
Hey, Mikkel, can we put turbo on your fucking wheelchair so you can be like Timmy?
But yeah, no, this guy literally, the police, whenever they found this guy, he ate the face off of a homeless man like he was an Art the Clown and Terrifier.
Oh,
and
wow.
Until they shot him in the head, in the brain, he just kept coming at them. It was like a zombie. This is why it was such a big deal.
Yeah, this is the first time me hearing about this.
Oh, dude, yeah, Like people
go ahead with the story.
Like, crap, what are we doing? But yeah, well, I mean, that's basically it. But I mean, it's shocking stuff. I mean, it's stuff you don't expect. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to find the better picture. I found the better picture on my laptop on here.
Right.
But give me a minute.
No, it's either way. Basically, my plan is to chain Casey and Mikkel up in a basement together, right?
Yeah.
And actually, maybe we can make this a Saw game, so I can get my Jigsaw fantasies out of here. We're gonna feed both of them bath salts, and who eats the other one first wins. So that's the one that we turn loose on humanity. This is what we do here. I dig that idea.
I think AJ might have found it too.
What? What are you talking about? I'm just saying.
No. I think AJ's picking up what I'm putting down here about basically making Mikkel and Casey cause the zombie apocalypse here.
Oh my God! Yeah, this is fucked up.
All right.
I think this is brilliance here.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm just saying. Could you really? What the fuck?
Yeah,
that
that's
does
the
look
guy
like
right
that
there.
chick.
That
looks like that chick.
That's what I'm saying. He literally looks like he got his face eaten off, just like in Terrifier.
Terrifier. Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Well, I got even a
Yeah.
worse picture than that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Could you
Wow.
imagine? Just imagine that coming at you out of a dark alley.
Dude, I'm
How
shooting
fast
it right
you
in
gotta
his
run.
fucking head.
No,
Oh, I have. Yeah, I'm shooting that thing until it stops moving, and then I'm going to empty the clip. That's just the way that it is.
What did he eat
But
his eyeballs and nose?
pretty much, yeah.
I
Good
think
God, he looked like a
Wow.
living skull. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, what do you think's under that skin there, Casey? It's not a
Well,
Twinkie cheese in
true,
there.
but I mean, he has the Michael Jackson's nose right there.
No, he has no nose. Is the
Well, that's
technical correct?
that's the Michael Jackson's nose when he's
Right.
got it worked on so many times. It's skeletal.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think if we chain up Casey and Mikhail here, feed them bath salts till they go, completely loco, and just turn them loose. And I mean, obviously, we'll be secured and safe because we don't want them eating us. But maybe we turn them loose and see what happens. Why not?
Brad just said Red Skull. Yeah, he is Red Skull. That's a great point. He is Red Skull.
He's like homeless Red Skull, basically what it is.
Wow.
Yeah, no,
And I thought this was only the movies too, man. Damn.
Oh
This is real.
no, dude, no. This is
Wow.
This is on like a highway in Florida.
In Florida. Okay.
What's that noise?
That was
What's
me.
that noise? Okay.
That was me. My bad.
I know, but yeah, no, this was huge news. This was like, holy crap, the zombie apocalypse is happening. Like,
Can you show the video?
No.
Why not?
I don't know if there is a video or not. I can't remember.
Big T said he posted in the Discord.
Did he? Oh, I don't use Discord. I deleted that crap. But,
there's if it's like news, like I see the one.
If it's news, you'll be all right. Because literally, you fucking put on WWE and you haven't got flagged for it. So I mean,
the problem is,
I mean, Drew fucking literally put up that one story of that chick and her boyfriend. He didn't get flagged for it.
Well, the thing is, anytime we try to put any footage like that,
it always knocks the stream out. So.
Well, yeah, it would fuck up the stream. Plus, it would take forever for me to upload it. So, like a video, like a 2-minute intro or whatever, that takes a while to upload.
Wow.
And your might get copyright too.
That's what I was thinking too, because
we need to go on Rumble because this is like pussy shit right here on fucking YouTube. We need to go on Rumble.
The problem?
Fortnite is raw. If I could send bath salts to Austin, Texas, I would. I hate that city. I'd burn that place to the ground. Nothing but liberal nonsense out there. Austin needs to be dealt with accordingly.
Okay, what about this? What about this, Tex? We get
you, Mikhail.
How about this? We get fucking Casey, Mikhail, and his mom on bath salts. Those three.
Oh, God.
Can we just send them on another planet?
Oh.
But, oh my God, that's just unbelievable.
And for a minute, I thought that was real Hollywood fucking makeup. Like,
no,
that's real. Like, wow.
And actually, when I looked at it, I thought
that was legit news right there.
Damn. Yeah, Kratos, I'll check that out after the show's over. That's just wow. I can't believe that.
See, I don't. How do you have skin that? I guess they put put grafts like skin grafts where the guy's
So
eyeballs used to
they
be
probably skin grabbed him, if I had to guess.
at. Good God.
Well, I'm glad you brought this to light, Jax, because I've never heard about
Yeah, I
this, and
thought
Casey
everybody knew
hasn't
about this.
either.
Like this is
No,
like, yeah, this is like old news. That's great.
Hold
no.
on. I just realized, did they? I gotta bring this picture back up. I mean, unless these are two different people, they almost yeah. Well, one guy's. I thought the same guy, but even though the skin color's a little different, I thought maybe he washed up. But I guess the
Well,
guy
no,
on the left.
the skin's different because he's obviously the picture on the left. He's homeless out in the sun. The one on the right is post multiple surgeries, I would imagine, and he's probably
Did
been
he?
inside for a while.
Do we
Yeah.
have the
Okay,
guy
so that
that was
is
on
the
bath
same guy.
salts? I'm
So
curious.
that
I
is
think
the
they
same
killed him.
guy.
I'm pretty sure they killed him.
Because I want to see this guy that fucking went batshit crazy
I
and
think
did
he
this
was
to this guy.
I think he was a black dude, but I'm not sure.
Casey,
But the
I
somebody
can't
in the chat,
remember.
look for the pictures of the dude on the bath salts because I
Yeah,
want to see
no,
this
I
guy.
can't. I think he was a. I don't remember if I don't think he was homeless. Like I said, it's
Huh.
been a while since, so some of the details are fuzzy.
did,
But I want to
Big
say it
T
was a
sent
black.
an image.
did the guy who was on bath salts, did he eat his hair too? Because he not only got grayer, he like his hairline went upwards too.
Well, when they have to reattach your face, I'm sure your hairline's going to be different. I would suspect. I mean, this I highly doubt this was a Hollywood. This isn't some movie star going in for plastic surgery. They're probably just trying to save this guy's life at minimal cost, if I had to guess. But
Right.
you know,
Wow, that's
it's not
just
like they're
shocking.
it's not like they're redoing Angelina Jolie's nose or something. This is a different thing.
And we could.
Or Kim
This would be.
Kardashian's lips.
I was
Right?
going to do.
This isn't their. This isn't your insert Hollywood starlet. Here's $2 million surgery. This guy's gonna die if he doesn't get skin back.
Wow, that's just
Well,
poor guy, man. Like that's just fucked up.
I was
Right.
going to
I
say
mean,
something. I was going to say something pretty fucked up as a joke, though.
please
And
go ahead.
let me guess.
When has that
Go
ever
ahead
fucked?
and say it.
Come on, Casey, quit being pussy and just say it.
I was going to say we should donate and try to get him some glass eyes, but I got a better solution. Instead of, we could save a few bucks. Instead of getting him some glass eyes, we'll get him a couple golf balls and we'll sharpie the pupils onto it.
And draw pupils on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, I mean, we saved him a few bucks to get the glass eyeballs,
Well,
but
okay. Here's the question though. You're homeless. Okay, like imagine you're this guy, right?
yeah,
You're homeless. You have nothing. Like realistically, you have nothing in life. A man, a flesh hungry zombie, for lack of a better term here, eats your eyeballs and your face away. Wouldn't you rather just die than
yeah.
live? Like it's bad enough.
oh,
It's bad enough you
definitely.
went from homeless and nothing. Now you still have nothing, but now you don't have eyeballs. You look like a horror movie monster. Wouldn't you rather just die?
Yeah, I'd
Oh,
rather
yeah.
just die. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Just
agree.
just kill me. Just smother me with a pillow. Just let me go to sleep. Whatever.
Yeah, it's like
You know, I
Vicky
mean,
all
just
over again.
I mean, if the choices look like that, because there's no way. Let's say somebody gave him $1 million and a brand new home. He can't go live out anywhere and not have him walk into a store and everybody go and run the
Right.
other way, because that's what's going to happen.
Exactly.
Well, he's not going to be walking like without obviously sunglasses on, or
Right,
like.
but even with sunglasses, okay, Casey, how's he going to hold up the sunglasses with no nose? That's just cruel. Come on.
I mean, I didn't think about the nut because the picture
Yeah,
is so
you have
bright.
to wear like some. He's gonna have to get some like what do they wear when you ride a motorcycle? Uh,
Elastic bands.
the kind with the strap on the back. They start with a
Yeah.
G. Uh,
Hold on. What about those
not
glasses
Google's.
with the
Whatever.
nose on it? So I mean, we're killing two birds with one stone.
I don't know. Either way, if my choice is die or look like that for however long, just kill me. Just go ahead and break my neck. Just kill me. Shoot me in the head or
Right.
something.
Oh,
So
Brad brought up the good point. Those Bret Hart glasses. Bam. That's pretty cool.
that option would actually work. That credit to whoever said that. Yeah, that would yeah.
Oh,
I don't know, but
Mr. Pico said he'll never have boogers again. Oh my God.
well, see, here's the thing. No, well, okay. If I ever did look like that, I would just wear a black robe everywhere I went and pretend I was, the Emperor
Yeah.
from Star Wars. That's what he looks like.
Palpatine.
The plan is going, whatever. Insert Palpatine line here. I can't think of it right now. But I would just pretend I was, the Emperor Palpatine. I would just cosplay forever, or paint myself red and do Red Skull. Or Skeletor, either way. Skeletor
No, that's
could
who
also
he looks
work.
like now.
Right,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Shave the head, put on a purple robe. Yeah, you got it. It's all good.
Mr.
Oh,
Pico.
wow. A black robe and what's it called? A scythe. You know that big
Scythe.
scythe where
Come out that.
Scythe, yeah. Scythe.
and just have it be deaf.
Yeah, he could be a Grim Reaper. Yeah. Let's say, if you're going to live, you basically have to live in costume now because you can't have a normal life anymore. I mean,
Oh,
it's
no.
not like he
Life's
did
over.
before he was homeless.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
I mean, you can't go live in the suburbs on a quarter-acre lot and go mow your lawn and have your neighbors have you over for Sunday dinner. They're not going to be able to eat with you in their presence. They're going to vomit. It is what it is.
Yeah,
So,
that's just wow. Mr. Pico, what he said here, he can't smell rotten. He can't smell rotten pussy. I don't think he can smell anything.
I mean, if he could still get pussy with that face, give the man an award. Just saying, because he earned it. You know what I mean? But
Well, it's sad. Now because he has no eyeballs, when someone wants to donate him any money, I mean, you could just give him Monopoly money and like tokens from like a.
Well, no, just give him a dollar bill. Like, here's $100, and he'd be like, "Oh my God, thank you so much!" Right? And like, you feel like such a good person if you can avoid the shame of you lied to a blind homeless man. But
Wow.
And then he goes to the gas station and is trying to buy all this booze, and it's like, "Sorry, sir,
right.
this
He's like,
is
"Sir, this is
$1."
a $1 bill." Yeah. I couldn't imagine
Oh my God.
I couldn't imagine the horrible juju you'd get back from doing something
That's
like that.
that's something Casey and McKell would try.
It's like,
No.
I'm sorry, sir. That's
No,
not
see,
alcohol. That's motor oil you have in your hands.
Oh my God.
It's like, please don't drink that. That's gonna kill you.
Oh my God.
that'd be like, it's kind of like one time I walked into a bar. It's a place I'd never been before. We were on the road somewhere between me and South Texas. I can't remember. And this was a cheap, on the side of the road bar, nothing flashy, nothing fancy, right? And I literally walk in, and the guy has an empty Grey Goose bottle, which is an expensive vodka for the ones that don't know.
Yeah.
And he has a funnel in the top of the bottle, and he's pouring like a $10 bottle of vodka into a damn Grey Goose bottle because he's just going to put it back up on the shelf and sell it for Grey Goose prices. It's literally the same thing. I was like, "Are you freak?" Which number one? That's illegal. But he was just trying to cheap out. It was something. But yeah, it was a whole thing. So, but yeah, I'm sure some people do it all the time.
Big
Oh
T
my
said to put up
God,
that
Big
picture.
T, you're going to hell for this one.
What the fuck?
What do you say?
Dude, don't. if you don't have, if you're squeamish in, if you
I'm
get
not screaming.
squeamish, you do not want to look at these pictures if you click on this thing. This is just awful. This, I'm
I
sorry.
forget what the I forget what the name of the website was in the early 2000s, but we used to pull it up when I was in high school, and it was like crime scene footage, Al Qaeda murdering videos. We would was it twisted.com? I can't remember what it was. It was some website, and it was basically showing like live snuff films, and we would just watch them on repeat. It was great. I loved everything.
Wow. Dude, this is just unbelievable. Like Big T says, this is the best gore. He's not lying.
Oh no,
This
dude,
thing
I love
gory.
gore effects. I mean, I'm sure Big T and AJ will know this name when I say it, but Tom Savini. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
the master of makeup and gore effects.
Oh, of course.
If you ever watch a movie or a TV show that Tom Savini is working on, look how good his gore effects are. And of course, it
Friday the
depends on
13th.
how much. It depends on how much money the project has to spend and the technology of the time, of course. But when you compare his stuff to, there's a there's a few guys that are within his league, but he's arguably the best ever. Tom Savini, he was a uh, photographer in Vietnam, I believe it was. That was the war that he was at, and he got to see and study. I mean, he literally had to take pictures of the dead soldiers, and
Wow.
so when he was like, I read his book years ago. I've got it right here somewhere. I have to find it. Uh, it's one of the few books I actually read. But basically, like when he when he got out of the war and got home, he got into the movies. He literally replicated the stuff that he saw on the battlefield in movie form. That's why his stuff is so good. And I love gore. Gore is one of the it's one of the things I look forward to. I'm a gore hound. So,
Well,
you
like Big T says, what
know.
this website's called Best Gore, and I the gore I just saw earns that name because this is just
Put it up on screen, Casey.
it blew my fucking mind.
Put it up on screen.
Dude, you can't
Dude,
put this shit on YouTube.
Yes, you
You'll
can. You just put a fucking
I
homeless
don't.
dude with no eyes.
I don't gross out. You're not going to scare me. See, I was actually talking to Jeremy earlier today from Harsh Truth. He works in a haunted house, and he had showed me a video of some of the stuff in his haunted house, and it looks really cool. And I'm like,
Oh
yeah,
my
dude.
God,
I mean, if I ever get to your neck of the woods, I'm definitely going. And basically, like, my problem is I don't scare like the stuff that scares normal people like Casey. That I enjoy that stuff. It makes me happy. I like the dark. I like the spooky. I
It's
get
like
into
Disneyland.
it. Hell, I get off on it. I'll be honest with you. But the downside to that is I'm constantly chasing that high of being scared because it never happens.
Yeah, you're like a crackhead
It's
trying to get
just
its next fix.
right. It's it's the way my brain is wired, the way it's structured. The normal, typical things that should scare somebody. It's just another Tuesday
So
for
it's like
me.
a dopamine effect for you.
I got a
It's
feeling. Oh, sorry. I was gonna
no,
say
go ahead,
I
please.
got a feeling Mikkel just looked at those pictures because he said, "Oh my
oh
god,
my
Put it
God,
up. Put it up.
I can't do that."
I
You just put up a fucking
Well,
don't,
picture.
at least,
Yeah,
okay.
but
Well, at least
I
describe
showed
what
you
you're
the
saying.
picture after he got healed. This dude, if you guys want to go watch it, I highly. If you're into gore,
I'll
yeah,
go back
go
and
look at that
I'll go back and watch
website.
it after the stream is over. I'm not going to turn on my other phone and do all that crap. I'm not doing that. Right.
Like, I'm just scared that YouTube's gonna do something.
They're not
Especially,
gonna do anything.
dude, there's literally
Well,
one picture
They
of a
might.
body laying on the
They
sidewalk
might.
naked. I mean,
well,
honestly, I
I
wouldn't
mean,
show that picture, but
Yeah.
they would show. Dude, honestly, the surgery they did on that guy, it's amazing what he looks after the damage this guy did.
Casey, have you
Because,
ever seen how an animal gets processed?
no.
He just goes to McDonald's.
So, like, okay, when y'all were in school, they didn't take y'all to like a meat processing plant so you could literally see how the meat is made.
Tex.
No.
They were in LRC classes. Of course they're not.
That's great. I don't. I mean,
I did.
did any of y'all else have that experience, or was that just
I
like a
did. I
Texas?
did. We
I,
went to
Okay,
fucking the
I
butcher.
did.
We
I
went to the
had.
okay.
slaughterhouse in Detroit.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was an everywhere thing or just me thing. Or just down here thing, whatever.
No,
But
it's it's
I don't
all
know.
around.
I mean, when because like that was like, well, I mean, obviously I was in ag, but they didn't take everybody, just the ag students. But it is what it is. I don't know. It's just
Like,
so you've never seen how an animal is literally processed, have you? And you've obviously never hunted, so you've never had to process an animal yourself. So that's crazy.
For these two, you should just tell them exactly how it is, because I think Casey would think twice afterwards.
Well, you're basically, I mean, with like a deer. Let's say, okay, you shoot a deer, you go deer hunting, you get a 10-point buck, whatever. You know, you string him upside down, like get you a couple of high trees you can tie him off to. You slit the throat so you can get all the blood out, whatever. Then you basically cut the stomach open, remove all the innards. Don't hit any of them because it can either ruin the meat or blood will literally explode all over you, which I've had happen to me before when I've hit certain organs. That's always fun to deal with. But yeah, it was kind of funny one time we were cleaning a deer and I punctured. I forget what I punctured, but literally blood and bodily fluid covered me. It
I
was
remember that was
everywhere.
my first time. I did that. Same here, Tex. We
And
all gone through
I
it.
had to go into Walmart covered in blood. You
Hmm.
want to talk about getting some looks?
Oh, dude, literally, someone
Holy,
thought I killed somebody. Literally, someone thought
that's
I killed somebody. They
exactly.
had the cops called.
Yes,
Yeah,
that is exact. I mean, they didn't call the cops because luckily this was in deer hunting season. I'm like,
right.
just deer blood, don't mind
Hmm.
me. And I come from an area where that's believable. I mean, I guess I could have been a serial killer, but Well, speaking, that's actually a good idea. If I ever do become a serial killer, I'm only going to kill during deer season in case I get blood. It's actually a good.
Right.
I'm going to remember that. Oh,
Hold on, Big T. What is? Hold on. What is Big T saying in the chat? Those photos are scarier, Casey. Well, wait. Those
oh, dude,
photos scared
I,
Casey more than Terrifier and Hellraiser 3. Well,
oh,
Casey's a fucking pussy, so I mean,
well,
that's
oh,
and to
I
just
be
mean, did it
fair,
scare me? No, it was just,
well, I think those are.
it's
I think
horrifying.
Casey's more. Well, Casey's more shocked by those because he knows they're real. He knows the other
Yeah.
things are just a movie.
But he believes
You
flat
know
Earth,
what I mean?
so does he really think it's real?
Well, I mean, we can't talk about his intelligence level. That's a different conversation. But
Well, I mean, we
Oh,
still
Mister,
have.
I can't drive a stick over here.
Well, I mean,
right,
that doesn't mean
no
anything. And talk about we
God.
still don't have no proof about, flat Earth, round Earth.
tell you
I
what.
mean,
Why don't you save your flat Earth nonsense whenever I'm not here because this isn't an every time thing. So you should be grateful. Either way,
but
We have our
Yeah.
buddy Tex on the call. We should be happy he's here.
but like I said,
Oh my God.
the but like crime scene. So Casey, do you like watch true crime? Do you? I mean, like the 48
every
hours.
once, every
My
once
girl
in a while,
does. She loves 48 Hours.
I love true crime. I'd say 70% of my Netflix or whatever time is on true crime documentaries. I adore them, but it's I mean,
Oh,
sometimes they show some gorier stuff.
Mr. Pico
Who
says if you want to
cares? Who
see
cares?
some who
To
was
be
this?
honest with you, the Raiders are so fucking bullshit and so woke and all that, dude. I'd rather take my Lions over the fucking Raiders if that's the fucking case. The Raiders
Oh,
have become such a sellout team. No, listen, Casey. They literally became a sellout team. They sold to Tom Brady for fuck's sakes. They've gone fucking woke. I am fucking the far, like Tex. I am very far right. I do not fucking care about the woke agenda. So that if that means sticking with my hometown team of the Lions, dude, I'll be a fucking Lions fan if that was a fucking case. Because the Raiders, what they used to be, are not what they are now. The
oh
Raiders
damn.
of the old were fucking Hellraisers, badass bikers, Hell's Angels. Not now. They're like fucking Starbright or some fucking faggot ass bullshit. Fucking gay pride bullshit. Fuck that.
Well, yeah, I mean,
They should have changed the name when they left Oakland. That's something I
Exactly.
I
would
agree. I mean, they were not
I
that.
mean,
They
they're
were. Sorry, Tex.
they're using their logo is a pirate. What?
Yeah.
Why would a pirate be in the middle of the desert? It doesn't make
Exactly.
any sense. I mean, yes, I understand it. Go ahead, kid.
The image of the Raiders wasn't the same since they left LA.
It's been the
When
same
they
logo.
from LA to
Right.
Oakland,
Yeah.
they were
I
never
mean,
the
at
same.
least when they were either in LA or Oakland, either way, you were near an ocean. It made sense. That's fine. But you're in the middle of the desert now. You're not. There's no pirates in the desert. There's
Right.
gamblers. There's degenerates. There's whatever.
Right.
The Las Vegas Gamblers would have been a cool football team name or something.
Or the
There probably
Invaders.
is some sort of gambling reference, to tie in with whatever. And I can understand. Yes, the Raiders have a lineage in the name. I get it, but whatever. But it doesn't fit.
No, it doesn't.
I don't know. I would.
No, you're spot
I
on,
mean,
Tex. You're 100%
you could
right.
have. If who owns the Raiders now?
It's Tom Brady owns 50% and fucking Mikel mute. It's Tom Brady and God damn it, Mikel, I'm trying to talk here.
Jesus Christ!
It's Tom Brady and then Mark Davis owns the other percentage, and I think like some fucking Vegas investment firm owns another portion of it, I think. But no, they've become so fucking woke. L. Davis is probably rolling in his fucking grave right now, saying, "My son's a fucking dumb
Either
shit."
way, whether it's Brady and Davis and whoever, it doesn't matter. I don't even know why I asked the question.
Right.
But I would have kept the color scheme, so you still have a tie back to the lineage of old. Keep the silver and black. That looks cool together on a uniform.
Right.
Come up with a new logo. Come up with a new name. You're the Las Vegas Shooters. Well, actually, you can't use that.
Gamblers.
Shooting in Las Vegas. That would be very bad. They call the Las Vegas Shooters. Yeah, you're the Vegas Gamblers.
What about the Las Vegas Blackjacks? Or
the Las Vegas Blackjacks would have been cool. And I mean, if you're using silver and black, there you go. It would be perfect. But Raiders don't fit in Vegas. It'd be like moving the Cowboys to Philadelphia. The Philadelphia Cowboys. Could you imagine that? Yeah, that doesn't work. So,
I mean, it's kind of like when Cleveland Browns moved to Baltimore to be the Baltimore Ravens. They're not. I mean, there's certain teams you gotta keep the names. I mean, like when trying to think when the Rams moved from St. Louis back to LA. But I'm trying to think other teams that has done something like that.
The Baltimore Colts.
Yeah, the Baltimore Colts.
The Cardinals have moved a couple times. The Rams have moved. The Colts. I mean, there's been a few
Oh
franchises.
my
The
god.
the Houston the Houston Oilers became the Titans. See, I mean, like whenever the Oilers left Houston, you know, they changed the mascot, they changed the name, because it fit better. Which a
Exactly.
Titan is just a Titan is just a generic, mythical thing, but it sounds cool. You know what I mean? So,
Big T
I don't know.
had a good name for if they would come to Oklahoma City, the Oklahoma City bombings.
That's actually Mr. Pico Boulevard, Casey, not Big
Oh, my,
T.
my
So
bad.
that sounds something like Pico.
Yeah, my bad.
So.
I meant
You gotta
Pico.
remember, Big T is more intelligent and smarter than that. Come on.
Hold on.
No,
I
no.
gotta give
If
Pico credit on that. That was pretty smart.
That was your high school team, right,
the one
Casey?
thing now, one
No.
thing that needs to happen, and it can either be a coach, actually, it needs to be a player. But for the Oklahoma City Bombers, all right, that's going to be their name. Their star quarterback needs to be named McVay. Could you imagine that name on the back of a jersey in Oklahoma City for the Oklahoma City Bombers? That would be perfect.
Well,
I would, I would buy that jersey just for the fun of it. You know what I mean?
Just a
I don't
troll.
buy non-cowboy. I don't buy non-cowboy NFL jerseys, but I would buy a McVay, especially if his name was like
oh
Tim,
god.
not Timothy, but Tim McVay. Right? He's not related, but he's such a good quarterback that the Oklahoma City Bombers have to draft him because he's going to win them Super Bowls.
And
But the, right, that's the big part. Everybody in Oklahoma has for 16 Sundays a year, and during the offseason, they have to talk about Tim McVay, the Oklahoma City Bomber, in a positive way. That would be hilarious.
Jesus Christ.
well, here'd be the kicker. He couldn't throw the ball worth shit. Like he's like the worst quarterback of all time. He gets sacked like the second, or like he just falls down. So it's like,
Jesus Christ.
but and talk about bombings. Did you hear the Unabomber died today?
Yeah, didn't you kill him, Casey?
Yeah,
Uh,
I went to his
I
prison.
don't. I don't think Kaczynski was the only Unabomber. I've got my conspiracy theories about that, but
Well,
I think
share,
there was
please.
more than one.
Share,
Uh,
please.
if you go back and look at all of the bombings
Yeah.
or explosions that happened with the Unabomber, there's quite a bit of inconsistencies. The time frame of what happened when. I sound like freaking Tony Schiavone over here.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, I just did my own Tony Schiavone impression on one of y'all's shows.
That's great. We
Uh,
know who's been watching what podcast lately.
well,
Actually, that's funny because a few weeks ago I'm like I'm tired of him, and I actually unsubscribed from him and Eric Bischoff both because
Really? Wow.
about maybe even 2 months ago. Like I said, dude, I've checked out on the wrestling bullshit. I don't care.
No, I agree.
But no, like when you look at the Unabomber and who he attacked and how some of the things were built, and it just doesn't add up to me. And I just think there was more than, and I'm not the only person that thinks this. This is a theory that's been out there for a long time. But I don't. I think they just put it all on Kaczynski and said we're done. It was kind of like the whole what's his face out in San Francisco, Zodiac killer. They want to say that there was only one person that was the Zodiac. I don't believe that shit either. I think there was a group of people, whether they were connected or not. I could argue both sides, but I think there was more than one Zodiac and more than one Unabomber. But that's just me.
well, I mean that's why they call sometimes like there's copycat like killers because they're
Right.
inspired by the original killer. So
Right. Well, it's just it's kind of like, okay, John Wayne Gacy. You know, people think, well, people that don't study this stuff believe he did it all by himself. There's no freaking way he did all that by himself. It's
Hmm.
almost outright proven that he had helpers in doing what he did.
Now to think about it,
And
Tex, you're really onto something. Like, really, you are.
dude, I've, I'm telling you, I'll listen to more true crime than I do anything else. I love this stuff. I study it.
See, this
But
we need to get this going. This true crime fucking thing. Like, I think this could go somewhere. Like,
dude, it's
this is
been
really
the
interesting.
the true the true crime podcast has been played out as much as the wrestling is. Anybody who's
Hmm.
going to listen is already. But I mean, like I said, the true crime documentaries and crappy movies are all that's keeping Netflix afloat these days.
Oh
But
my!
it is what it is
Well,
because
why
they're
don't you
cheap.
become a millionaire then?
I've been trying to. I ain't succeeded yet, but you know, maybe
Well,
one
I
day.
mean, I identify as a millionaire, but I just don't have the cash
Hey,
for it.
You're just
you'll
John
know
Wayne
when I get
Casey.
you'll know when I get rich because I'm buying Texas and it'll all belong to me. That's how you'll know. So,
It won't be just called
I,
Texas no more. It's just going to be called Tex.
That's
just
what I was
text.
gonna say. Would
I'm
it
just
just be
gonna.
called X?
I'm gonna. I'm gonna take the ass out of Tex. Is what I'm gonna do.
That has to have X.
Yeah. So, no, it won't be. It won't be America or Mexico. It'll just be mine, and I'll decide who lives here and who doesn't. But
Are you gonna have like a pledge allegiance to Tex?
oh yes, well of course. Well,
Of the
everybody will
United
pledge
Texas.
allegiance to me. No, just pledge allegiance to me. That's all you need to do. You know, like and
Are
and
you going to bring the
and
Church of Tex back?
well, at that point, it's going to be bigger than a church. It's going to be like a whole movement of the text.
A
Like I'm
cult?
going to have my whole movement. See, not cult's not even big enough. Like I'm going to need something larger than that. I'm going to need like I don't know. I'll figure all that out. But like whenever instead of like your hand over your heart when you salute the flag, right? For like the Pledge of Allegiance or whatever. Hot women will have to flash their boobs to me instead of putting their hand on their heart.
Well,
So,
they're gonna have to do that as a sign of respect. That's like
well,
when people
that's the
say
whole
you
thing.
got
Is
kiss,
right,
like kiss the ring, but so the
right.
women have to flash their tits.
Yeah, I don't want a bunch of nasty people kissing my hands. That's gross. I don't. Yeah, who would want that? You know what I mean? Now, of course, these women will have to apply in person in order to get that pleasure. But it'll be a
Wait,
whole thing.
hold on. So, what about your significant other?
Oh shit! I forgot about
Yeah,
A
you gotta
great
talk about
point.
that. Tex didn't think about.
that.
He's
Okay,
thinking he's
well,
single still, yet he's got his girl.
to be fair, I'm gonna have to sort with her on a few of these old ideas to get refreshed versions. I
You
will
know,
figure it
Tex for like the last the last 10 minutes, he's ranting and talking about this and that, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot my girlfriend. I got to talk to her about all this."
out. Well, you'll have
Well,
to forgive me. It's been a while since I had to, not get approval because I'm not that lit, but ask what they think about things. That's the hardest part about this is I normally don't care much what a woman has to say, but now I have to.
Now
So
you're
I'm having
committed.
to
It
read.
seems like.
well,
So
I know being as a married man I used to be.
You know,
Um,
marriage is a
oh,
fucking death sentence to
I
men,
was
right?
married. I did that once. I may or may not do it again, but we'll see. It is what it is.
Casey,
well,
you
I'm
do
just
realize
saying.
that, right? That's a fucking contract for a guy to get screwed over.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, Tex, you're gonna get the lesser part of Texas. You're not gonna have the big half of Texas. She's gonna have the big half of Texas.
Oh,
It's
Well,
kind of like
no, no, no,
having.
no, no. See, like obviously there will be some papers drawn up where she is rewarded for her time, but she ain't getting all of it. You know what I mean? Like she can have. I'll make sure she's took care of, but you know, my other half will, we'll deal with that time when it comes. Listen, it's just I'm gonna have to reformulate some of these plans that I've had for a while now that there's the feminine component drawn into this thing. But let's go back to the drawing board, boys.
Well, I was just saying because it's kind of like in bed, like you don't have the right to choose which side. The women chose which
Oh,
side of the bed
bullshit!
they want.
Yeah, what the hell are you talking about?
No, 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 no. I have my spot in my mattress that I have shaped to me for a good amount of time. Ain't no, you have to kill me to take that spot. I don't think so.
Yeah, what kind of hippie
Uh,
liberal shit are you talking about, Casey?
you
Oh,
know,
come
you
on!
don't.
I'm not the only
No,
guy
no.
saying like
No,
this is my side.
you don't. Okay, Casey, I'm gonna have to, I guess, teach you on some of these man code things. You never steal a man's chair. You never change a man's presets on his radio stations in his truck. You God help you if you touch those.
Oh,
You just don't. You don't mess with a man's radio. I mean, hell, Chris Tucker said that in a movie one time or something. I forget which one of those Rush Hour movies. I know.
Yeah.
There's just certain things you don't do. You don't mess like okay. So you're telling me you get with a woman, you're willing to just here take my spot, like
Tech.
even
Have
as
you not noticed?
even
Casey's a cuck. He's a cuck.
yeah.
No,
right.
Yes, you
Well,
are.
no,
You're a
see,
cuck.
even
You're a
where
cuck.
hold on, a
even
cuck is when
even
you let another man fuck your partner.
That's
So
not necessarily that, but I mean, you're pretty much saying you're giving this woman free range to your house. Fuck that. No, no, no. That's not
oh,
how it
well,
works.
granted,
well if my lady were to move in with me, which is way too soon.
Yeah, way too soon.
Uh,
Guys only known a few months.
like
granted, it's
if it were to happen, you of course I would be willing to meet in the middle with her to change a few things where she was comfortable because this would then become her home too. Fine with that. That's acceptable. That's cool. But there's certain things you don't change. Like you don't give up your side of the bed. You don't. There's just certain things.
You don't give up your toilet.
I mean,
well. I mean,
I'm not like
granted,
if my
for
if
for me,
if she
when
were to move in tomorrow. Go ahead.
I would say, granted, for me, when I moved up to Pennsylvania, I invaded her bed though, so I had to take which side was available. So
Well, there
it's
you
not like
go.
it was
She
my
didn't give
bed.
up her side for you, did she? No. So there you go. I mean, it's one thing to be like, oh, hey, can we change that curtain or can we whatever? Fine. I don't really care. It is what it is. To be honest with you, my place could use a woman's touch. It is what it is. I'm fine with it. But there's just certain things you don't do. You know what I mean?
We gotta pull his man card.
Well, hold on.
Until you
Saying that
become a man.
I still question. I know he showed his man card, but I still question the validity of that. I need to call the issue in office. I need to call the Oklahoma Department of Man Cards to see if that's legit or not. I don't think it is.
I mean, there's not like expired date on it, but
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's no seal. There's no holographic mark on there like There's. I'm really wondering about the legitimacy of that there identification.
well, I mean, it could be counterfeit, but
I think it is counterfeit.
I'm
No,
thinking
it's
it's
just
pretty real. But
okay. Casey, let me ask you this question.
okay,
Casey, answer me this, please. So you get with a woman, and let's say y'all go out for 6 months. Y'all move in together, whatever.
yeah.
A year, doesn't matter the time frame. And she comes in, she starts going through your closet, throwing away all your wrestling and
Oh
video game shirts.
Yeah, all
Says,
your
I
video
don't think you need
games.
to wear these.
no!
I don't think. No. I'm not talking about possessions. I'm just talking about his closet. If she starts going through, she goes, "Oh my God, how old is this ratty old WrestleMania jersey that's faded? You need new clothes." That is one thing. But if she starts going through and saying, "You don't need to wear wrestling shirts anymore. You're not a kid," what are you going to say?
Well, honestly, if they would do that, I'm like, well, then, like, I'm like, that's stuff I like to wear. So that's almost a deal breaker. You like, unless we're going somewhere, we have to wear something nice. Fine, whatever.
That's where Casey pulls out the wrestling shirt, the new brand new shirt, and puts it on.
He goes, "Oh, okay,
But,
go ahead." No. No, see, what Casey would do is Casey would take that as an opportunity to buy all new wrestling gear to replace the old stuff. That's what Casey would do. But,
But it's gotta be half
it is
off
what it
because
is.
he's cheap.
that's
Casey
true.
would be like, "Oh,
That's
well,
right.
WWE's having a 35% off sale today. Go ahead and throw them out. I'll buy new ones, whatever."
Well, I did
And he
buy
can go
one.
shopping.
I
So,
did. I think I did one time where they said you buy one get one free.
Buy one get one for
yeah,
a
there you
dollar.
go.
I've done that.
Yeah.
I've done that before. I did that back whenever they had. Uh, I think I got the Red Wolf Pack. I got the Red Wolf Pack and another one. I don't know either way. But either way, my point is, you wouldn't let her just come in and change everything, but you let her come in and if it's an appropriate change, you know what I mean? It's like, oh well, she's not comfortable with the pillars on the bed, so swap them out. Whatever. I don't really care. It's just
No,
there's minor changes. You know what I
no.
Here's a big
Because
one
the
for
thing
you,
is,
Casey. What about
well,
the
hold on.
video games?
Hold on. I want to. As the pillows, the thing is, there's certain pillows I like. If they're too stiff, I don't like that. I gotta have them be soft because they feel better on my neck and everything. And
What neck?
Well, I can, but I can, I can
Yeah,
subscribe to that as well.
what?
'Cause, I mean, I've got a
Yeah.
bad neck. I've got a certain pillow that I use for mine, but like I said, it's minor changes that you give on. You don't just like, oh, okay, you can redecorate my whole house.
oh,
You don't do that. You know what
well, I mean, if you're coming into a new house, that's one thing. But yeah, I
I mean? Right,
agree
but
with
an
that.
existing property. But if
Yeah,
it's an existing property, it is what it is.
no, no. I mean, like that's like coming in here. And well, let's move on to AJ's because I
Okay,
know.
here you go, Casey. What if this new girl came into your video game collection room, right?
Yeah,
She looked at it and said, "Wow, it's a big collection, right?" Say you're at work. She's at your house. You come home from work. You're tired. You're beaten up, whatever,
yeah.
and all your video games are gone. It's completely
Well,
Oh,
wiped.
Casey
No,
would.
listen. Time out. Time out. It's completely wiped, and she has all girly stuff in that room right you're sitting in right now.
That's when
I,
Casey becomes a Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, well, honestly, I don't even have to go that route because one, she's that's a felony what she pulled because I think after $1,000, that's a felony, isn't it?
Who's going to
Like,
prosecute? Okay, of what? Okay, what's the crime here?
well, when there's an item that's worth over, or let's say as the
That's
collector,
stores.
yeah,
Nobody.
but that's
Okay,
no.
if somebody else broke into your home and stole it, yes. No cop is going to come arrest the woman that you're dating. You moved in and she moved stuff out. Nobody's going to. It's
Oh,
not a crime.
if she took them away and sold them, yeah, that's a crime
No, what if
because
she just moved it to the garage?
okay, then that's no, that's not happening either. Because I'm like,
Like what? Like
because I'll
listen. What
tell
if your mom said, "Yeah, go put all Casey's stuff in the garage"?
it'd be time for getting a new place then. Because I mean, I mean, that's part of me. Like, if you don't
Well,
like this, then if you're not gonna let me have this, then time to hit the road, Jack.
Oh my God! Now he sounds like Joe Biden over here.
Oh my
I'm just saying, like,
here's the
no,
thing.
that's
Here's the thing, though.
God.
I think Casey, and this is going to sound weird, and I don't mean it sexually when I say this. I think Casey, in a way, is very much married to his video game collection.
So he's asexual.
I'm not saying he's sexually attracted to it, but he has put years worth of work. I mean, that.
Oh, he's licking it.
Okay,
Oh my
well,
God!
maybe never mind. I
Oh
might need to.
God.
Oh my
oh,
God!
God, but
I'm sorry.
oh,
If you start fucking your game consoles, I don't know if we can be friends anymore.
okay, I can watch people getting beheaded and disemboweled with eat popcorn. That makes me want to puke. Okay, I found something that does make me sick. Okay, I found my. Okay, either way, I gotta get that visual out of my head. Fuck you, Casey. God damn it,
well,
Casey, you're fucking.
well, the thing is, as the uh, well, see, I can understand what Tex is saying because I've been collecting video games probably 25 years now.
Right.
Right.
So,
It's
One
more than a
question though,
hobby, is what I'm
Tex.
saying. It's
One
deeper.
one question though, Casey. How would you react to it though if you literally came home and everything's in the garage and it's just all girly in there?
I should be done because I'm
What
like,
would your reaction be? Would you
oh,
flip
I'd be
out and
pissed.
hit her? Like, what would you do?
What? No, I'm not gonna hit a woman.
Yeah,
But
If
you
you're
I
pissed off
tell,
hurting,
I tell her done. I just like get your shit and get out because like if you can't accept me having something like this in this house, then get the fuck out because
Well,
like
that's
this
what I'm
is
saying is Casey would have to be with somebody, honestly, who's just who's either just into as much into the video games as he is, or is accepting enough to let him have that. It's going to be either one of those things. Otherwise, it's not going to work.
yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I
I mean,
know.
she's either going to have to be like, your ex-wife that was very much took part in it with you, or she's going to have to be like, oh well, that room doesn't exist. He puts video games in there. Like it's one of those two things. That's the way it's going to happen.
No, I agree with that because I mean I know a couple relationships didn't like where I was into wrestling, so I'm like, and I'm not gonna lie, well, I'm not gonna bring one thing up because I don't want to hear no bullshit. So, um,
So you're going to
but
say we've seen what happens when you talk about ex-girlfriends. It
mm-hmm.
doesn't go well.
The crazy
It
one comes
almost
on and flips out.
it almost ends the whole podcast. But that's a whole
Mm-hmm. We had
we
that
go
one
on.
accident happen. Casey
We know
fucking
that
literally.
already.
If you
well,
haven't
I mean,
seen
that
that
was
podcast, go back and watch it.
Right. But either
but
way, my point
not.
is. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I agree with Tex. It's got to be someone who's into it or accepting, and like if they can't accept it, like this
Well,
is
that's
what it's a hobby of mine.
right.
So
It's
you
kind of
are
like that.
technically married to your games then.
Well, I mean, it's like I said, it's something I've been doing for 25 years because one, it's something I always like to do. I always wanted like a library of video games, so and I finally pulled it off. But not just it's just for me how I see this. A lot of times when people who get into collecting, and let's say that someone has money then they'll buy a collection on eBay real quick.
Mhm.
That person is the first person to get out of it because they have no
Oh yeah,
emotional attaches to it
right.
because they're like there's nothing to what they like. So if they want to get rid of it, then they're not gonna bat an eye at it. They're like, all right, I'm moving on. Well, I
Well,
like I said,
that's the whole thing. Though. You've spent almost half of your life doing this.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for anybody to spend a half of their life doing anything shows dedication. So, if Casey is to ever partner with another female again, or he
Or
finally
male.
comes out of the closet and reveals his true homosexuality that he's dealing with,
Yeah, we gotta
or
we
he's
gotta
like,
get down to that point,
you know,
Casey, about you and
I
Mikel.
don't actually, AJ. I don't think we did because I don't want to. If he's not willing to come out of that closet, I don't want to open the door
No,
for him.
no, no, no.
Don't
He
ask,
said
don't tell.
Casey
Right?
has been a weird fuck
Just
the
saying.
last couple days. Okay, he's been sending me fucked up voicemails saying that him and fucking Mikel like to rub mayonnaise all over fucking Rose the
Whoa, whoa,
Gaming's
whoa, whoa,
fucking
whoa! You can
chest.
stop right there.
Oh,
I don't
He
need
said
that.
it.
I don't need that.
He said it.
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you do that. All right?
Ricky Bobby, that was a good one.
That's
Hey,
for
this
you. I
son of
don't
a
need
bitch.
that.
This son of a bitch is fucking weird. Let me tell you.
well,
I
Big
mean, I'm
D
just
brought
saying.
up a good point right there. Like he says, after the way he licked that case, you can definitely tell it wasn't the
Well,
first time.
I'd be, I'd bet dollars to donuts that Casey's played ring toss with the PlayStation games in his ding dong. Man. I bet he's done that a couple times too. But
Oh my God.
it is what it
Oh,
is.
dude, you don't want to know when my mom's gone, like how batshit crazy shit I do. Like,
Hey, and
like I'm
those stories you keep for yourself. We don't want them.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't know how many times you fucked your game cabinets. We don't want to know.
I mean,
well, there's
boy,
sometimes.
poor Gamer Shelf has told us some horrible things.
About you and those
I'm sure
children.
I'm sure Gamer Shelf will be back at some point when Gamer Shelf is done with therapy. But you know, hey, it is what it is.
I'm not gonna lie. When there's days when she's gone, I'm not gonna lie. I sit in here naked sometimes. So
I believe you. I
Oh,
believe you.
Oh my god.
I
oh
believe
my
every word of that. Unfortunately,
God.
Oh my
and
god, Casey.
I might rub against a few things. Okay, I mean, there's
oh,
Oh God.
I
and see
think
what's
I
funny
think
is,
Tex would flip out
well,
about that one.
hang on, guys. That sound that Mikhail just made, that moaning sound, is the same sound that Casey makes when he's rubbing himself in his video game, right?
Oh
So,
Yeah,
God.
but the
yeah.
comment right here it says Mikkel's smoking Dale Senior's ashes. I don't think Tex would take
oh.
that too kindly.
Yeah,
Fuck
Mikhail,
yo.
on his best day
Yo.
wishes he could get near Dale Senior's ashes. God rest Dale Earnhardt's soul, the greatest man to ever live. So,
I thought that was Joe Bob Briggs.
Joe
Oh,
Bob is the current living Earnhardt dead. There's your go.
Okay,
So,
gotcha. Did you watch
oh my God, Big T.
whatchamacallit? The one dude, the zombie dude. Spallone or whatever?
Zombie dude, Rob Zombie.
No. He's on the
Oh,
ION.
Svengoolie?
Yes. Did you watch that tonight?
No, I got home too late. I missed it. Um, Unfortunately, I can't record because I just have regular TV. But no, I unfortunately missed Svengoolie, but I was busy doing other things. So
Mm,
I'll catch you next
right.
Saturday. So,
It sucks.
Big,
all good.
Joe Bob's not on. He's on break
Joe
now.
Bob will be back on this coming weekend. So,
I'm thinking about buying Shutter subscription for Shutter so I can watch the last
well,
drive-in.
no. What you do, actually, I don't want to say how I do it on air, but
Yeah, do it
we'll,
off air.
we'll talk because I know how to save you some bucks. So we'll talk. But yeah,
Well,
either way, he
Big
When
comes
T,
back
Mikkel's
this coming
mom,
Friday.
Big
when
T said
Mikkel's mom, yeah, go ahead,
correct.
Casey.
What?
Go ahead, read it.
Big T's correct when he said this. When my mom is gone, yeah, I do recreate that scene from Risky Business. I mean, yes,
Except the only difference is Casey's tidy whities have a brown streak down the back of them. That's all.
Oh my god, that's fucked up.
And for some reason, there's a bright yellow stain in front too. But
Oh,
Oh my.
well, honestly, you're not a real man if you're wearing if you're wearing tidy whities, you're not really a man. You're still a boy. If I feel like you're a man if you're wearing like boxers.
dude, I haven't worn underwear in probably 20 years. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Well, I mean,
It gets hot.
honestly, for me,
It gets
I
hot
like
in the summertime.
boxer.
Come on now.
Well, for
He does
me,
live in
I
Texas,
wear
no
boxer briefs. I like boxer briefs than that.
I, I, I don't wear no underbreaks. No, thank you. I'm good.
But
Hell, no thanks.
oh gosh, I was trying to remember what else. Oh, God, there's something about Mikkel. Um, God damn it. Oh, the smoking Dale Senior's ashes. No, that's not correct. You don't smoke his ashes. You do it like cocaine. You chop it up, and then you
Well,
put it in the line, and then you snort Dale
I've
Earnhardt.
been to left
Go.
whenever I went to Florida. I actually went to Daytona, and I gotta say it was. I mean, obviously they have the Dale Earnhardt statue out front, and I got to bury some of my stepdaddy's ashes, like where the statue is. They have his number 3 with him standing on top of it. It's like this
Mhm.
flower bed, and I got to bury some of his ashes there, and then uh, we got to go literally on top of the grandstands where the spotters are, where you can see the whole track. And I tossed out a whole bunch, not a whole bunch, but a good bit of the ashes over the track. So it literally got all, it was really cool
Oh yeah, that does sound cool. Did you get a picture with the
to,
statue?
oh yeah, I'll send it to you. I'll have to,
Oh, that's cool.
afterwards or whatever, but yeah,
Yeah.
we, I got to stand right there on the spotter stand, and like I'm not gonna lie, it was a little emotional standing there looking in turn 4 because I can literally spot the exact point on the wall where Earnhardt hit.
I was just
I'll
about
never
to
forget
ask you
that
that.
as long as
I
I
was
live.
literally going to ask
I
you
was
that. Like, did that feel
I was
creepy and
sitting
weird?
there. It was. It's the analogy I'm going to use is going to sound odd, but to any Earnhardt fan, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's kind of like visiting the World Trade Center towers, the spot where they were on 9/11. Now,
Oh,
it's kind of
wow.
how it felt to me.
Wow.
And like, because when you go on the tour, you go to the visitors like entrance there at the front by the statue, and they take you on this. It's like an air conditioned like tram, basically, is what it is.
Mhm.
You get to drive throughout the pits, the outside of the track. You go to the museum, up into the grandstands, and then you get to go on top. And whenever I got on top and I looked over into turn 4, it was almost like a religious experience, kind of in a way. Because I mean, I worship Dale Earnhardt. He was him, the Earnhardt family. That is, that's NASCAR to me. But it was very special. It's something I'm glad that I did it, and I'll never forget it as long as I live. Hell, it's still the wallpaper on my phone going to Daytona. So
I'm
it
curious,
was cool.
Tex, because you would know more because you're a big Earnhardt fan. Did they bury him at Daytona Speedway, or is he like buried in a cemetery
No,
somewhere?
I believe he's buried in Charlotte, North Carolina. I believe that's where he's buried because he's from
I'm
North
shocked you didn't
Carolina.
go there. I'm shocked you didn't go there and visit, the gravesite.
I've, 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 I've never gotten to get over to North Carolina. I want to because I would love to tour some of the um, racing shops that are over there. Richard Childress and
Right, the
Junior
Hall of Fame.
Motorsports. The Hall of Fame is there. Those are all places I would love to go to. Um, Pico says, the Jaguars might be playing at the Speedway. I heard that, Pico. I didn't know how relevant that was. I heard something about that. But yeah, no. The going to Daytona, I love Daytona. Okay, well, when you go to Daytona, it's a tale of two cities. When you pull in, there's like a normal little small town. There's a Cracker Barrel, and then poof, there's the racetrack, literally in the middle of town. Nice country looking area. Then you go to the other side, and that's the like that's where the beach is. That's where all the oceany stuff is, and it's beautiful. But there is some trash in Daytona. Holy crap!
Like homeless
I mean,
trash?
Pico. There is homeless everywhere on that beach in Daytona. I
Oh,
almost
wow.
got in a fight with a homeless dude in Daytona on Daytona Beach. There's a 7-Eleven that's literally on Daytona Beach. I forget where it's near. Pico might know where this is, but right there in the middle of Daytona, there's a Red Lobster on the pier right there. It's right near the Ferris wheel. There's like a little theme park thing. But there's a 7-Eleven that's right there. And
Holy
me and my
shit.
kid were walking in the parking lot of the 7-Eleven, and uh, this woman, apparently, me and my kid were walking up, and somehow she almost cut in front of us. And the woman goes, "Did you see that guy? He almost cut me off." And this whacked out, homeless looking dude almost tried to start a fight with me until I lifted up the front of my shirt and he saw my piece that I kept in my waistband and he kept walking. But, that's why I carry a pistol. So
Well,
it
Pico says
was,
he knows that 7-Eleven.
yeah, it's literally right, like, there's the ocean, then there's the beach, then there's like a little, like, it's like a hill, then there's like a little, I don't know if it's there year round, but it was there whenever I was there. There's like a little mini Ferris wheel and some carnival rides. It's right next
Yeah.
to it's right next to a little shopping center where there's like, you can go buy T-shirts and whatever. It's not a very. I'll send y'all some. I have a couple pictures of Daytona during the daytime and at night.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It's beautiful, but it's trashy.
Hold on. I understand what you're saying, Tex.
Mhm.
Pico, you've never even been to Detroit. You can't say shit about Detroit, okay? Do you think 8 Mile's in a fucking movie? You have no fucking clue what the hell you're talking about, boy. You have no clue what the hell you're talking about. You really don't. I work in that area, dude. I know what you seriously. What you see on fucking TV in fucking shows is not what you fucking see in real life. They do that for fucking views. You really just like Tex when he says he watched hardcore porn, and he says, "Oh, I'm looking for a guy in a Raider hat." Dude, I've never been on TV.
Yeah, that was a joke.
Yeah, you have no fucking clue about Detroit. You're a fucking idiot.
If that's what Detroit is, I don't want to go. But
No, Detroit is not like that.
Well, granted,
If you've never been there, you can't say shit.
Well, but what I was, what's that, Casey?
I was going to say, granted, that show it pretty much make Detroit look pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, any fucking way they're going to do that.
That show makes America look bad. That is just the most tackiest show. Even the owners of that pawn shop are terrible people. There's nobody's likable on that dude. The woman that's on that show, I want to slap her just on principle.
Oh, Ashley? Dude, I've met her in real life. She's a bitch.
I hate, she has resting bitch face worse than I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
and the fucking dad fucking is a douchebag, dude. The kid's a fucking kid.
Wigger I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's a Jew. He's more Jewish than Casey.
Yeah.
Well, they are Jewish, so
That's true.
But no,
not
what
their-
I was saying about Daytona though, it's Daytona. Like I said, A Tale of Two Cities is the perfect deal because
Did I hurt your feelings?
if you're
Oh.
in main part of Daytona, it's like grassy, it's country looking land. It's beautiful. It's quiet. I mean, besides when the races go in, of course. I mean, and there's literally a Cracker Barrel
Yeah.
right next to Daytona. I was in heaven. I got to eat at that. That's actually a very nice Cracker Barrel. But there's a bridge that you go over to get to the beach part, and once you get over that bridge, you're in. It's slummy. I mean, it is not. It's you don't want to live there. Like we ate at there's a pizza place a couple miles from the beach that it's either a Pizza Hut or a Domino's, and there was like a table outside that we sat at, and it looked like an episode of Cops.
Really?
It was this area. Oh, it was bad. Like I had my
I've
kid
never
with me.
been to
I'm like,
Florida.
oh, I love Florida. If I ever
Oh, yeah.
moved out of Texas, I'm going to Florida. I love Florida. It's beautiful there. Besides the hurricane, it's beautiful. But it is what it is.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind to check out Florida. It's just
The we went over the longer bridge, Pico. It was decently long. I don't know if it was older or newer, but we went across the longer one, I believe. But yeah, no, it was because we mainly went to Daytona and Orlando, which there's like an hour or so drive highway between the two. So I didn't go very far. I wanted to go to Clearwater because I wanted to go to Hogan's Beach Shop. That was my initial plan. Until I looked at the map, and that's like 3 hours away. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this. I don't have
Yeah.
time. So
damn.
yeah,
Dude, that's
it was too far from where I was at.
I would definitely, if I go to Florida, I would love to see that shop.
Yeah, like I said, I want to go back to Florida because I want to go back to the Universal Studios to see the stuff I didn't get to see. But
did you go to Horror Nights there?
no, I went in July. I didn't go in October. But no,
So you went
I want to go to
hurricane
Halloween
season,
Horror
right?
Nights. There wasn't any hurricane. It only rained one day whenever I was down there. It was the day that we went to the day we went to Universal. Unfortunately, is the only day that it rained. But it rained like a monsoon, and then it quit, and it was beautiful and sunny again. I mean, it came and went as quick as it does. So, it was it's one of those things. I guess it's just Florida weather. I don't know, but I mean, it was cool. I liked Orlando, but I could never live there. It's too big of a city. It's too much. But I would love to visit there as much as possible. So.
Well, I'm just curious, when you go to Universal or some of these amusement parks like that, could you you could take pictures, but can you go around and take footage? Or they
like rides and stuff?
There's whole YouTube channels about people going to theme parks.
Yeah. I mean, I've never been on the Jurassic Park ride, but like visually, I've been on the ride because I've been like right in the seat.
There's people that vlog. I mean, going to these places. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
You can do. Now, you can't carry like a selfie stick or anything to record, but you can just like do it with your camera or your phone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and why couldn't you use the the selfie stick?
It's considered a weapon. Yeah. I mean, it's a big metal stick.
Okay, I gotcha.
So,
like, so have you ever
a selfie stick ain't gonna hurt you.
But they consider it a weapon, though, Casey.
Yeah. I mean, hold on. How is it considered a weapon? You could not get hurt by that fucking thing. Where are you gonna get your eyeball poked out?
One of the things that's really cool there when you go to Universal, when you park in the parking garage and then You walk into this. It looks like a UFO. It's shaped like a traditional UFO. Kind of flat, oblong shape
Hmm.
with like a center dome on top of it. When you look at the whole thing, it's literally it's like the gateway to get into Universal. They have some shopping in there, and then they have these long escalators. Like you don't have to walk when you go from the UFO to get into City View or to City Walk. Excuse me. City Walk is basically they have a movie theater. They've got restaurants. They've got just a whole bunch of that. That's where Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville was.
Right.
It's like it's like a small little city. There's a Hard Rock Cafe in there. There's a whole bunch of shit, and that's the gateway to get into all three Universal parks, depending on which one you're going to.
Isn't there four now though?
And, huh?
Isn't there four now? Because you got
No,
Universal,
there's only
Islands of
three.
Adventure, Volcano Bay, and I thought there was another one.
If they've added a fourth, I don't know about it because they have the water park and then the other two.
Yeah, because there's Universal Studios, Islands of Adventures, and then Volcano Bay. So maybe it's only the three. Okay.
I don't know, but either way, when you go into City Walk, there's like I said, they have a movie theater. Hell, there's a tattoo parlor there at City Walk. There's lots of bars, restaurants.
Wow.
There's this whole gigantic area right there before you get into Universal. Um, I love Universal Studios. That may be the most fun place I've ever. I mean, it's one of the more expensive places I've ever been to. I had to save for 3 years to go to this place.
Wow.
But I loved it. It was, I love the Universal Monsters. I love the Simpsons. So many things that they have there, I adore.
The
And
ET ride.
it is the ET ride was. Oh my god! I was like a kid. I mean,
I still can't believe you didn't go on the Jurassic Park ride.
That ride's in a different park. I went to the Universal Studios proper. I didn't get to go to the other one. I only had
so you
one
didn't
day.
get to go to Islands of Adventure. Okay.
No, I went to Universal proper, not Islands of Adventure. I wanted to, but dude, it cost me $400 for just tickets for the one park I went to.
Oh,
So wait,
God.
how much did it cost total for your trip? I'm just curious for somebody that's never been there but wants to go. I'm just curious.
Now, I mean, are you including airfare and food, or just Universal?
Well, I'm talking about fuck it. If I'm gonna do that, I'm driving.
Well, okay, I'll just for the Universal tickets. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I'll include everything Universal except for the souvenirs that I bought. The tickets for 3 of us was $420 something.
That doesn't.
Parking was either 20 or 25. I can't remember. So we'll just call it 450. Just round number.
Okay.
I bought refillable cups. Those were $20 a piece, so that's another 60. So that's $510.
Oh wow.
And then food, I probably spent 200 in food, or probably maybe 150.
Yeah.
What about hotel stay?
Because, well, the hotel that we stayed in Orlando, I got a good deal on. It was from one of those cheap hotel websites that you find.
Okay.
I don't remember what it was exactly, but so I'd say for the 3 of us, just for tickets, entry, and food, call it $700.
Good God.
Okay, so I was right.
Now,
There is 4 because Big T just said it's called
is
Universal
there?
Epic Universe.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know about that. Okay, that's
See, I
cool.
thought there
Well,
was
that's just another
4.
one.
I thought there was 4. I knew. I didn't ever.
Now-
I knew it was 4. But yeah.
Now, the problem, especially for somebody like me, is okay. When you go to Universal Studios, just the main park,
Right.
it's basically a store. Everything is for sale there, and nothing is cheap. I mean, I bought Simpsons merchandise. I bought some Men in Black merchandise because I love that Men in Black ride. I bought so much Universal Monster stuff. It was ridiculous when I went. I got Frankenstein, Wolfman stuff. Just stuff like that.
Yeah.
My kids got oh, my kid got some Harry Potter stuff. We spent probably 400 to 500 just on merchandise while we were there.
Let me ask you this, Tex. Because you
We
guys
didn't get
went
a
to
lot.
Universal, did your daughter, the one that likes the Harry Potter, did she get mad because she didn't get to go to Wizarding World? Did you guys go to that?
No, you get to. We went the Universal park, the main park. It has a whole Harry Potter area.
Oh, it does? Okay, because I didn't know. Because I know, I think, I don't know if it's
The-
Hollywood or Orlando that has it's like
no, in
completely.
Universal, their Harry Potter area is split in two. You can go into Diagon Alley into the main park that we went to. So basically,
Okay.
what it is, where the pond is in the middle of that part of Universal, it goes Simpsons, Men in Black. Then you get into the Harry Potter area, and the Harry Potter area is like this old, like a British-looking house, like that you would find in England or something, right?
Okay.
And you walk through it, and then you're in Diagon Alley, like you're in the movie. It's bricks,
wow,
it's
really?
cobblestone, and it looks like the movie. Like I'm sure you've seen that
Right.
dragon that breathes fire at Universal.
Right.
That's where
Mhm.
that is.
Oh, wow, that's
And
pretty cool.
they have a couple rides in there. So no, she was more than happy. Now the difference is there's a train that goes from that park to one of the other parks. That's the other half of Harry Potter World.
Yeah, because
So
I
she didn't
believe
get to
it's
go to that part.
right. I believe it's the Islands of Adventure because it's right next to Jurassic Park. Is the Wizarding World?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's well, like I said, Harry Potter is split into two parts over there, and you can go into that other Harry Potter world if you have a two-part ticket. Basically, you have to have a ticket for both parts that have Harry Potter in them,
Right.
in order to ride that train. Well, we couldn't afford that. That was just not in the budget.
Oh yeah,
So,
no, that's understandable.
we did what we did.
Right.
But I mean, considering, we got to see a freaking fire-breathing dragon and all the Harry Potter stuff. We were more than happy. It was a lot of fun. We were there on a Saturday, and we did probably 7 rides, and each ride was at least 45 minutes long of a wait. But you don't mind it because, like, when you're waiting, it's not like you're just standing in an empty line. You feel like you're in the movie. We went on the Harry Potter ride that's in the Goblin's bank vault, and the line for it is literally the bank from the movie. And as you get deeper into it, it's literally looks like caves. So you're going in a circle staircase down into this ride. You feel like you're in Harry Potter. It's really cool. So
wow,
it's something
that's cool as hell.
It's badass. It's a lot of
sounds
fun.
like
Even if you're not a fan of the movies, you would enjoy this.
just being there sounds exciting. I'm just picturing it in my head. Like,
Hey,
oh yeah,
Tech,
yes sir.
I had an idea next time to save you a few more bucks. This might sound cheapish, like this could sound bad. You could save money from hotel. You could stay in your car for overnight. You could save them. Think about it. You're already paying $25 for parking. Just say that.
Here, one thing. Okay, that sounds like a great idea, but one thing I will give Universal Studios credit for is their security is actually top freaking notch. I was just standing by my rent car that I had, and the security came by and checked and asked if everything was okay. So they stay on top of their crap down there. It's not like just some rinky dinky. Oh yeah. Oh, I was very impressed. I was literally. It was because the park was about to close, and I was waiting for the other people that I went with, to get to the car. And I'm just standing there. And I guess I looked at a place. I mean, obviously, I was at a place. I'm a fucking Texan sitting in the middle of fucking Florida. What are you going to do? But they, everything okay, sir? I'm like, oh, yeah, just waiting. Okay, I'll just make sure your car wasn't broke down. Nope, all good. So I highly doubt camping out for a few days is going to go unnoticed. But
Yeah, I was about to say, on top of that, it's like, Casey, think about it this way. Texas 6'5". Not to mention,
right,
how the hell is he going to lay down? And not to mention, he has both of his daughters with him, literally.
I'm gonna need
How the
like
fuck
I'm
do
gonna
you
need
think
like
that's going to happen?
I'm gonna need like to bring a motorhome if I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be a little,
Hold on. Are you
Well,
telling me?
Casey the Jew over here.
Oh, are you telling me you can't just let your seat fold down and just
Yeah, and
sleep
crush
like
one
that?
of his kids, right? The
yeah, I
fuck?
probably could, but I mean, now if I'm going alone, doable. I can sleep in the bed of a truck, no problem. But you know,
You're talking about
you
two other
know,
people, too, with him. Think,
right,
Casey.
right. I mean,
I'm just saying, think
sleep,
about the money
you
you
know,
would save. I mean,
Yes, because
yeah,
you're
and
a
then
cheap Jew.
well, see, I could save all that money for the bail I'm going to have to pay to get my butt out of jail for camping out in a parking garage in Orlando, Florida. So, it'll get right.
Yeah.
or I got another suggestion. It could actually
Oh, God.
backfire. You know how some of
Okay.
these amusement parks they block their exit because they don't want people coming from the exit to get in free, right?
Right.
So it might cost you a little bit. You can come from the exit coming into the parking. You might have some flat tires afterwards, but you
Do you
save
think
a
they have
few
a
bucks.
spike strip on these parking garages, Casey?
Yeah.
Casey.
Yeah.
Or
I,
hold on, or we could have you can have like something to push down the spike, like maybe like
how
a
about I
steel
just
plate.
how about I just hop the fence and just start whistling as I'm walking by and act like I've been there? How about I do that? It sounds like a
There
better.
you go.
Or how about this? How about he just hides out in one of the fucking rides until it
Oh
completely
no! See, Casey,
closed?
I got a better idea. I got a great idea. I'll wait till one of the people in costume walks out to take a smoke break, and I'll knock them over the head, and then I'll put their costume on, and I'll walk in. So I can be like, "Oh, hey, Krusty the Clown is here. I'm just going to the Simpsons area, whatever."
Oh,
Right? You know?
Oh
granted,
my
Or
they're not
Mo.
gonna show. They're not gonna show up to work already dressed. They go in
Well,
there and then they dress.
no, yeah. I'm gonna have to wait. Like I show up before work, right, and I see where the employees park, and you know, I see who's who, do my thing, and then I wait till like one of them goes on a smoke break or lunch or whatever, and I see him in some kind of costume, whether it's SpongeBob, a Minion, whatever it may be, and I wait for him to come out, and then I whack him over the head with like a tire iron or something, right? And I put their costume on, and I get in for free. There we go. Perfect.
Well,
God.
Big T says that they
I'm shocked he knew
actually.
what a tire iron was.
I'm shocked. Big T says, in my defense, they do have an area where you could for your RVs. So
See, I didn't know that I contacted the Casey Travel Agency, but they've got some weird ways about saving you money. I tell you what.
Yeah, they're very Jewish. And
Well,
criminal
they're
at
very.
that.
I
I'm
was just say
trying.
criminal too, but yeah, they're.
Well, I mean, on.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
isn't
should
it
try that,
trying
Casey.
to come through the exit? I'm like,
Oh my god. I came up with that idea, Casey.
what?
You and Mikkel could be fucking Make-A-Wish.
Well, I
No,
mean, Miguel would get like
no, I
that.
know what Casey would do. Casey would Casey would go to City Walk and he would buy like a Minions T-shirt or something, right, to look like he had been in the park or whatever. And then he would go up to one of the entrances and be like, "Oh, I left my cell phone over by the Transformers ride. Can I go back in and get it real quick?" And then he would just beg and plead until they let him in, to go get his cell phone. even though there was no cell phone to get. That's what Casey would try something like that or whatever.
Yeah, and then my actual real phone goes off. It's like, don't mind that. That's my other phone. I need to get my other phone that's over there.
Casey would be like, "Oh, that's not my phone. That's my mom's phone. I'm trying to find my phone." And but Casey goes on this whole convoluted bullcrap story of trying to find a dadgum cell phone.
But just
See,
imagine that though, Tex.
I would at least be smart enough to put my phone on silent, though. I mean,
At least turn it off. Yeah, at least turn it off and don't have it in your front pocket where you can see like the bulbs and the outline of the phone.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, but I could still imagine you and Mikkel trying some way to fucking get in for free at fucking Universal somehow. Like something fucked up. Something
No.
Hey, what's up,
I don't
AG?
know.
Welcome. But
I don't know. Like I said, I know Florida's beautiful. I will say that. Like I said, I didn't get to see a lot of it. I only got to see the Daytona and Orlando portions, but I could see a life where I live there and be very happy there. If it wasn't for the hurricanes, I could do it. You know what I mean? I'd be cool there.
I think, well, I've been through one hurricane with Hurricane Sandy, but I didn't have the big brunt of it.
Right.
At my job over there in Bethlehem, there was a...
Was this a major in there?
What?
You said Bethlehem, so I'm saying, was there a major?
Oh.
Were you the baby Jesus? That's the real question.
The Savior didn't come from his neck of the woods. You know what I mean?
No,
he comes from the bad part of Bethlehem. You know what I mean? Not the good side.
No, but it was a train yard. It's where they take all the trailers off the train, and on the other side, one of the JB Hunt trailers got turned over from the hurricane, and actually our company, we lost power, so we couldn't really do much when you don't have no air power or electricity. You can only do what you could do with hand tools at the time.
Whenever Hurricane Harvey hit Texas a few years ago, I don't know if y'all remember that or not. It basically wiped everything out. I actually went down with some friends of mine and we helped clear wreckage and whatever. And I've got some family that lives down in Texas City, which ain't far from the coast, and their entire house was wiped out. It was gone.
Oh wow!
They didn't have anything left. And
that's horrible.
They just had to pack up and move. I mean, they literally took a few possessions that they found because most of it was washed away. And I mean, they left Texas City never to go back again because there wasn't. I mean, they had heirlooms that were just washed into somebody else's yard, or God knows where it went. And it was wasn't anything they could do about it. So
I think it's a tragedy every time like that.
It was horrible. Like, dude, whenever we went down, we spent a week trying to help clean roadways. I went down there in my wrecker I was driving at the time, and I was just moving cars out of the way. I did that for a week, dude.
Wow.
It was nuts, man.
I mean, which one was it with Louisiana that it flooded really bad?
Katrina?
Oh, that was Katrina. Yeah, Katrina.
Well, I'm still wondering if George. I'm still curious about is George W. Bush still trying to bring Katrina to justice? That's the real question.
Oh God!
We're gonna find Katrina and bring her to justice.
Right.
That's right.
Dumbass.
George Bush is trying not to choke on a pretzel. That moron.
He makes your state look horrible.
The Bushes are not Texan. They may claim it, but they're not Texan at all. They just live.
Are they Arkansas?
they're idiots, is what they are. Actually, they're war criminals, is what they actually are. But that's a whole different podcast.
Well,
But,
I mean, they're considering Trump as a criminal with
Oh,
all
he's
the.
not a criminal.
well,
That's the liberal
he may
media.
be he may be a criminal in other ways, but not the way they're trying to prosecute him. But
I think.
I don't think
Fucking
I don't
retarded.
think you get to be. I don't think you get to be as rich as Donald Trump is without doing some shady stuff. But that's besides the
Oh,
point.
definitely. I mean, are you telling me there's no way some of these people did everything by the book to be rich?
Dude,
I
Dude,
mean,
everything's corrupt.
they don't let you. They don't let, and by I mean they, the powers that be, the
yeah.
real rulers of this country. Um, they don't let you get to that level without doing some shady stuff and having blackmail and secrets. You know what I mean?
Mm,
But
exactly.
I don't. I mean, not to take this in too far of a political podcast. I don't want to do that nonsense. It's not worth the time.
Well, minus Casey, we're all Republicans here. Minus Casey, but you go ahead.
Oh,
Well, I'm not. I don't even call myself. I'm not Republican. Republican.
Okay, we're the right to the right. Let's say that.
That's what's so funny is, people argue Republican, Democrat. It's all the same. It's not a.
It's
that
just
whole
one wing
two-party
to a
system.
difference.
Yeah. Well, what?
it's the lesser of two evils. That's what.
I'm not even sure that's right anymore. I don't believe in any government at this point. I truly don't. It's all pro wrestling is more real than politics is.
Nah, I think it's all bullshit. But if you say
No,
build a wall,
okay, well, look at it this way. It's a tennis match where they're batting the ball back and forth every few years to just keep the storyline going. When realistically, when you look at, okay, Trump said a lot. Trump wanted to build the wall. Trump wanted to do this. Trump wanted to do that.
and he did though.
No, he didn't. He actually built very little of the wall. Texas came in with our own money and built more of the wall than Trump ever did.
Oh,
Well, Trump said he wanted to build the wall and give Mexico the bill, and Mexico
Yeah.
said no.
He said, okay, well, that's another point here. Look at Trump before he got elected, and then look at Trump after he got elected. Trump went into it like a roaring lion. And then once he got what he wanted, he was good. He forever now gets to be the 45th president. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Yeah.
saying Trump. I would much rather have Trump than Biden. It was
Oh, hell yeah.
much more affordable to live in this
Right.
country with
exactly.
Trump as president over Joe Biden.
Plus, it was
But-
funny watching the liberals fucking cry and get beat up by the cops. That was great.
Well,
That's their
But
stupid
I
little.
do not believe. I do not believe whatsoever that Trump was an outsider that was going to drain the swamp. Look at his son-in-law, the ties that he has to so many people.
Oh yeah.
Look at the people that he brought in on his team. He didn't drain any swamp. He put more creatures in it. Trump's not an outsider. What's his face from down there in Florida? Crap, I can't remember his
DeSantis.
name. Ron DeSantis. He's nothing but a Jew-loving George Bush type. That's all
So
he
that's
is.
right up Casey. That's right up Casey's
I don't
alley.
trust
then.
Ron DeSantis he's a rhino. He's Republican in name only. He's no different than Dick Cheney or Bush was.
Yeah, that
Voting
was.
for him ain't going to be anything. No matter who you vote for, we're not going to win.
oh no.
That's the moral of the story. Whether you vote Republican, Democrat, Independent, doesn't matter. It's a rigged game that the system has already. They know who's going to win. Doesn't matter what you do. That's the
Well,
problem.
honestly, if you think that, what's the point being labeled as independent? No one ever wins as independent, though.
Right, Green Party never wins. It's like 3%.
The only people that win are these New World Order assholes that have been running shit since they killed Kennedy. Okay, that's the ones who win the election. They may decide Look into the Skull and Bones. Look into all these secret organizations. The freaking Masons. There's so many
Yeah.
different groups. There are so many things.
This is
There's
interesting.
they don't let normal people run for president and take you seriously. You're never going to get there. You
Yeah,
don't
you
have
gotta
the
have
money.
money.
You don't have the power. You don't get to say so. It's never going to happen. Politics
Mhm.
is a rigged game. This country is a joke. It's embarrassed. Shit, I
Well,
don't even fly an American flag anymore. I need one star on my flag, not 50. Hell with this. Hell with this country. I'm done with it. I want
well,
Texas to secede and
honestly,
get the hell out of all of it. I'm done.
honestly, we've been torn apart for a while now. Like, after 9/11, yes, everyone, like, we're all together. We stand united, but year after year, that kind of disappeared.
9
Yeah, and it fucking
11,
came like fucking chaos.
9/11 is the biggest fuck you that these globalists ever performed. Second from Pearl Harbor and everything else.
Right,
But,
and we heard it's an inside job too, right?
oh, I 100% believe it. There's too much evidence. I mean, go back and listen on. I don't have another 3 hours to explain it on, but go back to Drew's Patreon for $1 a month. We've had this discussion before, but I'm not nearly drunk enough. I need way more whiskey to have this conversation properly.
Well, we can just use Casey's Patreon.
Well, whatever. But
Yeah.
The bottom line is whether it's Trump, DeSantis, Biden, and his black
No,
woman, whatever
not
that
Casey.
Kamala Harris, that cunt. I hate her. I hate her more than Joe Biden.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter who
she
the
sucked a
president
dick all.
is.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
She
Well,
did.
I
She
got a
sucked the
question.
dick all the way to the top.
Well, I got a question for you guys. Would you rather vote for Biden or Satan?
Satan at
Satan.
this point.
Hell, Satan. Hey, I've already sold my soul. I'm already on his team. I don't know what you're talking about. I've already told you. I've already got a sweet cushion. Huh?
Can we vote for a third thing? How about Civil War?
Oh God!
See, no. I don't want civil war. I want purge. I vote purge. I've been pushing purge since before I was on Drew's shit. If we just vote purge, then we all get one night, 12 hours. Right? We've seen this movie. We know how
Yeah,
this
but
goes.
the rich and the elite are safe. Don't you
Oh
understand that?
yeah!
But
They'll go
So
to
they're
their
not safe.
prom night.
They're not safe if we all go after them. They only have so
Oh
much
no, they're gonna
protection.
be safe. They're gonna
yeah,
be
but what are
behind.
the texts? What are the rules in the purge? You can't touch any government officials, right?
Right, but rules
There
are
you
made to be
go.
broken now. You know what I mean? We just get a whole bunch of people like me, get them all liquored up, and be like, all right, we're going to
A
rich
bunch of
people's
drunk
house.
rednecks fucking shooting guns
Right,
in the air.
we
Yeehaw!
just get a bunch of drunk rednecks and be like, hey, you see them rich people over there? They took away Dale Earnhardt. Go kill them. And those
Oh my
rednecks would believe it.
Oh my god,
And
could you imagine that?
seriously, just put me in charge of it. Just put me in charge of it and be like, all right, we're gonna get the purge going, and then I'll get like a suicide squad of good old boys, right? And I'll be like,
Right.
all right, here's our targets, and I'm gonna get them good liquored up, get them going, right? And I'll be like, all right, you see this block of rich people? They're the reason why the Cowboys haven't won the Super Bowl for 30 years. Go kill them.
Oh my
You know what I mean? That's what I'll do. You know what I mean? And it's just I'll coordinate my Suicide Squad team to rednecks, right? And we'll take them all out and be done within a few hours, and we'll be able to be at the bar hanging out.
Wow.
But they're gonna be in one of those big giant bombs shelters that is like in the mountains.
That's fine. We go steal a Sherman tank and drive that son of a bitch in the middle of them. We'll figure it out. There's no more resourceful resourceful people than the rednecks. You should know this.
That's
We can do
true.
anything with duct tape and baling wire. All
Sure,
right,
we have
and
a
don't
real one
doubt a
on
redneck.
here.
Well,
Hey, the power that a redneck has is unmeasurable if you can get him motivated.
Yeah, think about it, Casey. They actually built a boat out of duct tape.
yeah.
Yeah,
Myth, I think
I've seen
Myth,
rednecks. I've seen rednecks make suits, full suits out of duct tape.
oh,
I have seen it with my own eyes. Okay,
AG, you can't be serious on this
Well, look
one.
at the
I
last
mean,
one he put. He put Kanye. Kanye's a
yeah,
fucking joke. Are you fucking
I think
kidding
that's
me?
actually better than Vince.
No,
I
I
I
remember
vote
take
voting
Vince.
Kanye
for
for the nut
Kanye.
house.
I'd vote for Vince over Kanye any day.
No,
I tell you what,
Vince of
Vince McMahon,
1990, sir.
Vince McMahon, he might not be a bad. Say what you will about him creatively, but monetarily, it's hard to argue with the guy.
It takes a billion, like he said with Ted Turner, it takes a billionaire to beat a billionaire, right?
Yeah.
Let's also not forget he beat the U.S. government too.
True.
Just saying. Vince McMahon may not. I mean, it may sound crazy, but it may not be crazy.
You hate him, but
You know
he's
what?
very smart. Because
That's
I'm
dumb
just,
Marks believe.
I mean,
you don't.
obviously Vince has very. I don't believe Vince is a conservative by any means of the word.
Nah.
I think Vince is one of those socially liberal, but fiscally he's conservative. But he might not be a bad choice.
I
I
mean,
mean, fuck,
guys,
if he threw his hat in, I'd vote for him if it actually went through. Fuck it.
Think about it this way: he sold a company that fake fights for $9 billion. Would you
Right.
do that?
Yeah.
that's a great point. I mean, look at the product right now. I mean, you think, yeah, they made a buttload of money in the Attitude Era, but they're making more money now than ever.
Think about it. He sells people, including us, that at one point or another have been raging mad, yelling on the internet about fake fighting that he created. Any man who can do that, you're probably unstoppable.
True. I mean, come on. He
Just
paid
saying.
more for those hookers than he did for WCW. Think about it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's true.
I think it's like 5 times the amount.
He paid $12 million for Hush Money when he paid WCW for $2.5 million.
And let's also not forget that the McMahon family is already politically tied. Well, Linda was on Trump's cabinet for small business, whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the
Was it
political ties are already there.
treasury something?
No, she was small business.
Small business. Okay.
Small business something. I forget what it was. I don't know what her official title was, but it was something that was small business. Either way, it's not a crazy thought. Now, current age Vince, no, he's not going to run. 20 years ago, Vince, maybe. I could see it. If you take 20 years ago, Vince, now, for sure he'd run.
Well, let's say he does run and win. Is Linda still the first woman, even though
First lady? Yeah.
First lady.
They're still legally married.
Politics. Yeah, she's not politics, so yeah.
As long as they're legally married, yeah.
But the thing is, they've been separated for
just because you have an open relationship doesn't mean nothing, Casey.
No,
they're still married.
Just because you're separated, you're still legally married when you're separated.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, would she move in with him, or
that's her choice?
I don't think it really matters either way. She's still first lady.
First lady.
Yeah.
Or Stephanie would take her place.
Unless they were to divorce, yeah, she's first lady.
Or Stephanie could take over and be first lady if Linda didn't want to be a part of it.
I don't know about that, but
it could possibly happen. I mean,
I don't know the legalities of. I don't think the daughter could step up. I would have to look that up. I mean, you may or may not be right. I don't know.
See,
I don't know either way, but
Pico
What?
says that Vince should win with that mustache, but I think that
Hey,
mustache.
I like the stash. I think it's cool. He's got like a. Do y'all remember that cartoon Wacky Races from back in the day? It was a
Yeah.
Hanna
Yeah,
Barbera
Yeah.
cartoon.
Yeah.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
if Vince were to let that mustache grow out, he has the same mustache as Dick Dastardly from that show.
See, the
Like
I
he
problem
thought you were
is,
needs
gonna say Rocky and
he need,
Bullwinkle.
no, he needs to grow the sides of that mustache out, and wax them, and like stick it out like Dick Dastardly did. That would be
Hmm.
great. That would be tremendous.
oh, that Big T says he looks like Walt Disney. I could see that a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I could say it.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. I mean, I like Vince looks more evil with the mustache, so it fits it. I dig it. I think it's
He
cool.
just needs
exactly,
the
he looks
horns.
like a villain. He's
Yeah,
definitely
I
looking.
mean, he should do like do like a Satan cosplay and have some like just like small horns, like professionally like makeup done and wear like a red suit. It could be Satan. That'd be a great character.
Oh,
Very
speaking
unique.
of that, Tex, he actually made WWE made a shirt of Vince with the devil horns and all that. It's fucking funny.
Oh, I'm sure they did. I mean, Vince would. I mean, he'd sell his family if he can get enough money for him. He's just that kind of guy.
Well, yeah.
But,
Yeah, he fired his own son at one point.
Well,
So
kayfabe, but come on.
no, it was recently. It was like 2 Rumbles ago when I think it was the 2022
Was this on
Rumble.
on TV?
No, it
wait,
was
are you talking about when Shane went to go start some other company or something?
no. This is recently when he was
I
Steve.
don't know nothing about that.
Steve, we're actually about to wrap up. I would send you the link, but we're about to wrap up anyways, bro. But no, this was like Rumble 2022. Shane was running the creative,
No,
and
yeah.
Was this when he broke his leg?
no, that's at WrestleMania.
Okay.
But no, it was behind the scenes, and he got fired because how bad the Rumble was. So, and he was in the Rumble then too.
Uh-huh.
But let's go ahead and wrap this up for tonight. We went an hour. Like I told AJ we're capping these shows at 2 hours now. And I mean,
Oh, are you? I didn't hear that part.
no, I mean, I left it open saying we could obviously go into overtime, but like I like at least.
I didn't mean to keep you overtime or anything. I just
No,
thought I had a free opportunity to call in, and so I thought I'd bullshit with y'all.
Casey, quit
No,
being a
it's
cockblock.
fine.
We have our buddies on. Shut up.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
okay.
well, I'm
It's
not
all
gonna say,
good.
oh, Tex, we hit the 2 hour. We're gonna have to kick you and the rest of us off. No, I mean, I just want to like.
No. What you should have done, you should have kicked me off the call. That we're only doing 2 hours without your ass, and then y'all kept going. That's what
No,
you should
but I just the reason I do that is because like Tex knows when we were doing derailed when we hit over went into the
go
post show.
overtime. We turned the lights and shit off. Yeah.
Post show, I was getting tired, so at least these shorter shows is a little bit easier for me. So
Well, I
Right.
understand it. I mean, honestly, I'm not doing this full time anymore. I mean, I do it here and there. Like I said, it's special occasion whenever y'all hear from me on here. Like I said, I get wanting to do shorter shows, but it's all good. Just about anything. You can cut it off in 30 minutes or not do it at all. It's yours. You do what you want to. You know what I mean?
well, I mean, I want to at least give to the people 2 hours, and if we go into overtime, we go into overtime. That's fine. But so we're going ahead. Tex, go ahead and. Is there anything about Frank?
Yeah, Frank's father was buried today, so be mindful of them and do their, you know, the whole thoughts and prayers thing. I know it sounds cliche, but it is what it is. I do believe the last I heard will be live this Thursday with a Pearl Harbor review. It's a movie that Frank really loves, and he's been wanting to do this one for a while. So it would mean a lot if y'all came over to the Harsh Truth on Thursday and showed some love and support because with everything going on, and this is a passion. Covering this movie is something. I mean, the whole reason he even wanted to do retro reviews was because of Pearl Harbor. So, kind of a big deal for him. So, just y'all come over, hang out, we'll have some fun for a couple hours, and be all good.
Mikhail, you got anything?
NBA AJ might be on Tuesday night.
Well, yeah, Tuesday night they're going to win the Stanley Cup. So, yeah, of course.
Yeah. But they can check me out. My on YouTube.
Now he's going to start shooting up people with his fucking hat down.
You know what? I actually understood him the whole time right there.
I'm glad you did, because I did.
Hey, you got anything?
No, I'll just do the outro. That's cool. I'll do that.
Hold on. I do have a surprise for Mikhail. One, I showed didn't I show Mikhail that I was gonna get him his cage? Oh no, that's the wrong one. His cages. But I was gonna buy one of these for his cages.
What are you gonna do with Mikhail? That's the real question, Casey. Why are you gonna put him in a cage?
Once you put him in a cage, then you gotta take care of it.
Well, I mean, I'll give him food.
Is one for him and one for his mom?
No, I'm just gonna have to let her go in the woods, like
any. I'm not sure Mikhail's had all his shots, and he's not wearing a collar, so you're gonna have to deal with that.
Yeah, I think he's rabid.
He looks like he's got the mange just by the looks of it. Just saying.
He's having a seizure.
See,
I don't know what kind of rabies that mutt has, but I don't think it's curable.
Which one do I need to do? To get one of those wired cages, or do I go for the animal cage like that?
I would go electrified.
I'd vote gas chamber.
No.
Gas chamber.
Okay, Hitler.
But that was not the surprise.
You can use the needle. Either way, you just put him down. That's all I'm asking for.
You're right, but we have a Jew on the call, and you say, "What's this gas chamber?"
Well, AJ, because after we use it on Casey, shut up.
Oh yeah, that's true. One retard to the other. Yeah, you're right.
But here's the surprise, guys. I'm gonna buy this for Mikhail out of my hard-earned money. I'm gonna get him this.
A belt?
Yeah, the Women Undisputed Championship
belt. It is faggot month, right? So technically, he could celebrate that. You know what I mean? So yeah. I don't know which one of them queer flags Mikhail flies under, but he could celebrate this month with all the rest of the other heathens and the Frankensteins and the he-she's and the whatever, So
yeah, your alphabet people.
Mikhail, it is your month. I mean, since you did come out of the closet, are you not celebrating? I'm just saying.
Wait, Casey did too, so that means they could both celebrate together, right?
That's
No.
true. Casey did ask to anal McHale. I mean, he openly asked for it on YouTube.
Yeah, Casey did, and then Mikkel did come out of the closet. We all saw that live on air.
You know what? That gives us AJ. You know what? Our social credit score just went up like 100 points because we're doing a show with a couple, fanny bandits over here. So we're progressive.
Couple butt pirates over there.
Yeah, a couple fanny bandit butt pirates. Some shit stabbers over here. I mean,
you know what?
I thought this was community service.
Before we take off, I gotta show this. This picture.
We might get an award from CNN for being progressive, AJ. You realize that?
Yeah.
Holy crap!
We gotta talk about this real quick.
Yeah.
This picture right here. Why would the white Power Ranger get his account suspended? I don't know why.
Well, he obviously the White Ranger obviously tweeted Trump 2024, and he had to be shut down for it. So he was wearing a red hat under that white Power Ranger helmet, and they just saw magnet and had to shut him down. So, but I'm more upset if you go over to that black Power Ranger. He don't look very black in that picture, does he?
Well, the thing is, they swapped the race. The black Ranger
how racist
now.
They need to be canceled for a white man doing black Power Ranger face. That's what he's doing right there.
No, and that's not even the original Power Rangers.
No, this is from the movie. This is not from the show.
Well, this is the second cast because the black, the yellow, and the red Ranger got changed out.
No,
so,
dude. Yeah, that shot's from the movie.
Yeah,
the movie, right?
Yeah, but
that's from the movie with Ivan
Big
Ooze.
P says this is season 3 Rangers.
Yeah,
so,
that's from the movie with Ivan Ooze and
yeah.
But no, you have a white man doing black Power Ranger face instead of black face. He's going as a whole black man, not just the black face.
No, actually, he's Asian, so they swapped the races.
Okay, well, so you have a tannish face doing black Power Ranger face. That's horrible. He should be canceled for that. He should be shut down, never to be heard from ever again. I mean, that is not acceptable in this progressive world. I find that very racist. I'm very offended.
So you're saying the Black Power Ranger and the Yellow Ranger should have their accounts suspended as well?
No, they can either swap costumes or they're canceled. That's the only option.
Or they're canceled.
They either change clothes or they're canceled. Sorry, and why in the hell ain't that Red Ranger a dadgum Comanche or some Cherokee? That's what I need to know.
You know what's funny? His head lands right on my logo. That's weird.
Right. So we're going to cancel you for training yourself as an Indian, Casey. You're screwed. You just bought yourself a canceled trip too, buddy. Welcome to nowhere.
Well, technically, if Casey wants to get canceled, all he's got to do is put his arm up in the air.
Say,
okay,
what?
Put yourself on camera, Casey.
Casey just happens to swat flies with his right hand because he's right-handed. He's not doing anything.
Now, Casey, what I need you to do is put your arm up in the air.
Yeah.
And say White Power Ranger.
White Power Ranger.
Now we need Mikkel to say Mikkel, say Snickers.
Well,
I think he actually said the N-word right there, though.
Folks, we've appreciated y'all watching the Casey is Raw channel. It's not going to be here tomorrow. So,
no, we officially can't.
Casey and Mikkel have both proverbially and literally shit the bed on this YouTube channel. and it's
Yeah,
now going to be shadow banned, possibly erased from the internet because of their racism. So I guess maybe find Casey's new one. I don't know if they give him one and don't IP ban. We'll find out.
oh yeah, they'll give you a brand. Dude, you can put a new channel the second day you get cut off. You just have to start
Well,
over again.
well, I guess everybody go over and subscribe to Raw is Casey. That'll be his new one. It'll be real easy to
Casey
figure
is
it
Raw
out.
2.0.
Or hashtag no Casey's Raw with apostrophe S Raw, like you've got like a rash or something, right? So it'll just be Casey's Raw. Will be your new channel,
It's wrong.
and it'll be or Israel. You can play on your Muslim roots. That's fine too. So, either way. Now, how you're a Muslim Jew, I'll never figure that crap out because that's a whole thing. Casey has like a civil war going within himself 24/7. Good luck with that.
At least he didn't do blackface. It could have been worse.
Yeah.
He's a Muslim Jew that does the Nazi side. Casey doesn't know what. He's a walking contradiction. I mean, what the hell?
Well, I mean,
I can't. I'm not Dr. Phil here. I can't figure. That's too much for my case. But
He's just a chicken abortion that went wrong.
Casey proves the coat hanger doesn't work every time. That's what Casey did.
I thought that was McKell.
No, McKell is walking alcohol, fetal syndrome. That's what McKell is.
Oh my God,
McKell's
that's fucked
mama.
up.
McKell's mama, drunk whiskey like they were going out of style, and McKell is the result. So,
as
Come
that,
on, give it to me, McKell. Give it to me, McKell. Come on.
Give
I
it
wanna
to
hear
him.
it.
That's not what the answer is looking for.
That wasn't very motivated. I'm sitting here calling your mama a drunk whore.
Tell him how it is,
you're
McKell.
supposed to get the finger and do sex.
Thank
You
you.
Snickers. Say
we
fuck
go.
you, Tex, you Snickers.
There we go. I want you to pull that hat down low and let me have it with both barrels. Come on, McKell. You can do better than that. Come on. There we go.
There we go.
Pull that hat down and cuss me like a cur dog. Oh, there we go. That's what I like. Now you can end the show, Casey. That's a proper send off of the show, McKell.
From AJ to Tex to fucking McKell to Casey is Raw. This is Saturday night is Raw. Everybody have a good night.
Rowskis.
Casey's a